How does it keep...
Jake.
That might not be Jake.
Might not be Jake.
Oh no, you were playing with him after the stream last week. It needs to...
Why were you playing with them?
That?
Nope, wrong way. Keep going.
Because we were testing some things.
Stop.
I
Let it
don't
rest.
know.
Good.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Oh my god.
What?
Just,
And then
you guys,
What? What's wrong with us guys?
just go.
Those guys.
You should send Vox
It didn't
the
make Jake
image.
have his fight or flight response instantly.
Can I get some help on Discord stuff?
ouch.
I'll think about it.
And I guess I'll think about letting Myth live.
Erica.
You've been thinking about that for over a year now.
What am I helping with?
Discord.
I don't think Erica's in the appropriate channels.
No.
Not. So
You can't change the game. I already won the game. You can't change it.
Yeah, that's
What?
okay, Leorio.
that's some delusions you're under.
No, I'm not stupid enough to play rock, paper, scissors.
Oh my god, I just watched this in Hunter x Hunter.
I'm watching a thing between Leorio and Killua right now.
We realized that Gon and Killua were Kieran and Dorian.
Like, their personalities are even similar.
Oh boy.
And Dorian's a rogue assassin.
And Karen just hits things.
And Kieran's big.
And kinda dumb.
I finished season 1, and eventually I'll get to season 2 when I'm done with my book.
We're in season 3.
The only difference is Gon has a better Gon's
Gon's got better
perception is less.
Significantly higher.
No, Karen's a cleric. He's a wisdom caster.
Jake.
But Gon can smell the difference between...
Yeah, Gun's pretty
I
fucking
hate
perceptive.
that wisdom is associated with smell. That's fucking stupid.
But you're the one who just made the argument for it.
I don't wanna...
I wasn't going off.
I can't read
stats.
that.
Okay, what
There's
about when he
skills.
looked at
other
those monsters
conversation.
that were the same and could hear that they were different and looked different even though they were
I
completely
also hate
identical?
that hearing and sight are both based off of wisdom. I think that's the stupidest thing ever.
I think then that you're using the wrong argument.
Yeah. Because you just did... Karen's
I was
perception's
saying
good.
off of stats, not off of skills, and then you guys immediately went skills.
But now you're arguing...
I'm not going to
wisdom
talk
should be
about the
used for it.
whole problem with ability scores, skills, and...
You and I have had this conversation a million
Like-
times, and we both established that if we ever created our own system, we wouldn't put perception under wisdom.
Welcome to Tales from the Tavern.
We're a bunch of goddamn nerds playing D&D. So we only have one missing today, even though it looks like there's 2. The other one's on his way. And we're just starting without him for now.
We're buying time.
And by that I
We've
mean...
got some announcements to do anyways.
Yeah. Dia Jake is the one who's going to be here. Vox is unfortunately MIA today.
Jason.
Ernie said I wanted to go, but I'm poor.
Poor and sick and hungry.
Well, no, I'm not hungry. I had like 2 pieces of pizza and a giant cupcake. And some Alfredo.
Who's messaging us on Twitch?
Don't worry about it.
Yo, mom.
Jade?
Me.
Oh.
No. Neither. I had announcements and my brain just...
We are sponsored by Tabletop Loot.
Yes! We're sponsored by Tabletop Loot. Go to their channel, go to their site and type in Tales Tavern, capital T at checkout for 10% off your next purchase of dice.
Their channel, huh?
Shut the fuck up.
You can go to their Twitter.
We're also Humble Bundle partners. The monthly is still
Your kind of woman?
Battle Royale, Call of Duty, and it's still the Lego Games bundle.
And
And
there's,
write like a writer.
There's an alternative free game on Humble Bundle now.
I'm not sure if it's still there.
Guacamelee is still on.
Guacamelee!
Oh, yeah, it's
still
still
free.
there.
Yep.
Ooh, I still need to finish playing that game. I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I've got it. I don't know if it's cross to have two different computers playing at the same time.
Yes, it
Multiplayer
is.
still.
Is it?
Sweet.
Also, I don't know what the right.
I
So
don't
we can
have
do
it, but
that.
it's on
It's for free right now.
I don't know what the right and writer bundles are.
I don't either. But go if you click the little link beneath
When
our
we get
channel
home.
and
You
go
want
to Humble Bundle or click the link that Jake's getting ready to put in chat. It basically puts a cookie. Anything that you get through Humble Bundle helps us and helps charity, so everyone wins.
Yes.
Yay!
The Write Like a Writer bundle is a bunch of different books, so if you want to learn how to write screenplays or poetry or prose or work on flash fiction or work on getting published or it's a very good bundle.
Yay.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, and Age of Empires 2 HD Edition is 80% off on Humble Bundle right now.
Fuck, that's the good one. We only have Age of Empires 3.
No, I've got 3 copies of 2. That's the one all 3 of us played that one night.
I would play the shit out of that.
Oh, we need another copy so that we
I
can...
have a no CD crack for it.
Oh, cool. Let's
so
do
we
that.
Can all play. So
So,
Jake, when
Jake-
you gonna come over and play Age of Empires 2 with us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the funniest thing though. You
God,
went
we're gonna have so
invading
many
with the
trust
goddamn boats in the creek.
I
We will
am
have so
fucking
many
war
trust issues
carriers.
playing that game.
I am so bad at Age of
I mean,
Empires.
so am I.
It doesn't matter.
We tried to play on medium one time. We got our teeth kicked in.
I made a navy in a river.
It was funny.
There was a single, 4-block wide river through the map. That's it. That was
They-
all water.
They came down, and I've got about 150 boats, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I can get to where their base is."
This one's like, oh hey, you want to go take these guys? And it's like, oh, here come me and my boats. As they all go crashing by me, I'm like, bye guys, I'm just
Yeah,
over here farming.
Erica was just over there farming. We've got the Royal Navy, and then I just had a fucking army of Teutonic Knights just marching
So
along.
the British and the Germans.
Yeah, I had just
then
enough
Sweden
foot
over here like,
soldiers
la,
to
la,
secure
la.
my base,
Sweden,
and
Switzerland.
everything else was
Switzerland.
in my
Thank you.
navy.
See, every time I play that game, I end up forgetting that there's armies. And so I build these massive farms and I'm like, yeah, I got all these resources. And then an invading army just comes in and just fucking wipes me out. I'm like, ah, fuck, that's right.
Oh, right, PvP.
To be fair, I'm pretty much the invading army in that scenario. what are farms? I'll take
Some,
theirs.
when some friends of mine would play, it would be all of them and
I
then
didn't
their,
know you were
like,
a
their
Greyjoy.
siblings. They all had laptops. They would actually, to prevent the siblings from
Wait,
fucking
wouldn't
with their
that be
shit,
you?
they would actually pick the laptops
Iron
up
Eye-
and take
Iron
them with them
Islands.
everywhere they went throughout the
We do
house.
that
So to
so.
the bathroom,
Would
they'd
that
be
make
sitting on
me-
the toilet playing Age of Empires. To the kitchen to get food. Because they were all, because it was all like
Lannisters, you had the most
3 or
money
4
of any of
boys in
us.
the family that all played this game. And
Right.
the boys would fuck with each other's shit if the laptop was left
Or would it be
unattended.
Baratheons?
Okay,
Not
so
Baratheon.
Hi, Diadems.
Fucking old lady.
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
God, you guys are talking Game of Thrones and just...
In Age of Empires.
There's a mod for that, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think there's a mod for that for Age of Empires 2.
There might be.
They really need to do a revamped version of Age of Empires.
It was
Anyway.
popular enough. I'm surprised they haven't.
Anyway,
No.
So-
It was made by Microsoft, and they don't have a way to put microtransactions in, so they'll never redo it.
so
Fair.
Age of Empires 2 is on Humble Bundle for 80% off because that's what sparked that conversation. We
$4
also,
in case you were wondering.
I
we
really
like
wasn't.
Age of Empires.
I have it on Steam.
So we're gonna go
Not
home.
the
Which
only
means
one.
I have it on Steam.
So we're gonna go home and play Age of Empires.
Yeah, I guess that's what
We
we're
gotta
doing.
watch
We get-
Fruits Basket first.
Oh fuck.
need to
We have to be up at 10 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
You
Fruits
all-
Basket's only 20 minutes.
You all have to be up at 10 in the morning.
Apparently
I
I-
don't have to do
Apparently
shit.
I have to be up as well.
Fucking Navy and the
Okay.
Teutonic Knights.
Okay, okay. So we also have a store where you can buy t-shirts. Like
That one.
that one.
I'm wearing one.
We also have a Nerd Pride shirt. There's a few others. I've got a few I need to design.
A few.
A few.
A few.
A couple few.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Only
this
some.
one.
You
This
need
is the
literally
best
just
shirt.
need to scan that into Printful and just get that printed. It needs to be on an off-color T-shirt so you can actually see the note card.
Just have shading behind the paper as well, so you can tell. Yeah.
Or like a little stick lizard. Like a lump with like a triangle tail, and then instead of
See, now
X's
you're-
on its eyes, it's little shoes.
No.
See,
it-
now
it
you're getting
needs
too
to be just the
complicated.
card.
See, now you're getting way too
This
complicated
is the
for
best
me.
T-shirt.
No.
Yes.
Mine
No.
is.
Yes. This has art by Sarah Sid on it.
Did you see the custom art Jake got done for I Don't Have a Spell to Fix This?
Mine's
did,
a
but-
classic.
But you know what else?
Sarah
I
said-
also don't see that shirt or that shirt here. I only see that shirt here.
No, that's not true.
Shut up. I only
See,
see.
see,
That's the only one I can see.
The best one is the, I went to Rivertown and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
I don't know. It's official fuck Rivertown is pretty far up there.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good.
with old man Flynn on
I
it.
appreciated the double take reaction of everyone when Jake showed us the I went to Rivertown and all I got was this lousy shirt thing.
And
You
Because
know
we
what?
went through half of the session without anyone realizing, and then he stands up and goes, "Hey, look at this," and Dami in particular was like, "What?"
Well, I wasn't there the first time to
Yeah.
show you guys.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right,
they weren't.
you double took like motherfucker too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I was like, Jake.
You know what would be really fun? If we got one that's just a lot of flowers and you put little kid faces in the circles and it says, "Please don't pick the flowers."
I think he's already got one for the flowers.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's a pile of dead ones.
As he's writing it down.
That's horrifying.
I forgot my pen.
You're a pen.
Hey, Jake is here.
Penis.
I am here.
That's a shame.
For announcements.
Sick.
Is that an entire bottle of apple juice?
It's an entire gallon of apple juice.
Is it
Somebody
the good
else
one?
wore a
Oh,
Meatloaf-
yes, it is.
Somebody else wore
I
a
might.
Meatloaf shirt today.
Yeah. I
Look,
wore
we
the
wore our
shirt.
character shirts too, Jake.
I
Hold
found
on.
it. For some reason, it was
You have
underneath
the
my bed.
right kind. This is the best brand of apple juice.
By the way, have some fun.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
they're here again.
No, I want
No.
the pink one. I'll trade you.
Apparently, some ink got loose in my note cards.
Oh my god, I'm so excited right now.
That's my calligraphy ink.
If you had one of these when you were, in middle school, when you were
You
my
were
age,
king.
you were, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, if you had multiple selection pens, you were in charge.
Okay,
I
hold
mean,
on.
I
That's
was
how it
never-
went.
I mean, I was never in charge, but
Also those ones where you could like pull the lead out and put it in the bag.
Yeah. They sold those at my school store,
You had a school store?
in our middle school.
Yeah, we had a school store, elementary through high school.
High
God, Ground
school.
City was so fucking poor.
Yeah.
We had sold the
Same.
shapes erasers for like 10 cents
Yeah,
each in
yeah.
elementary school.
We had school
High
stores, but that's
school
because
we
they had
used
someone to
to,
sell
and
the
then
uniform.
They got rid of it for whatever reason, and at middle school we had one.
Yeah,
Erica,
high school was more boring. It was
Okay.
like regular pencils and pens.
Erica, I need you to draw me a creepy kid flower.
Okay,
Every
I'm on it.
single school.
I'm actually gonna start.
Preferably digitally, so I can actually put it on a t-shirt.
I can like jot down a couple of like thumbnail ideas, and you can pick your favorite face, and I can just. Go
How
from
many
there.
of them are going to be piled up dead in this corner?
None. I actually I don't want to.
That's a different shirt.
Just like I'm not going to put a shadow behind the "shoe is dead" note card shirt, because I learned that if you try to do transparencies on our print-on-demand services, it doesn't like them.
No, they don't. I still want the Pargon shirt though.
I don't know how to design it. I'm gonna have it's gonna be hard. So yeah. Yeah, we have a story. Did I click the button because I can't see the?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
can't,
Oh,
I can't
no.
see if things moved on chat.
Oh
Okay.
no, they learned to capitalism.
Diadems.
Learn to capitalism. Oh, right, I wrote that.
Yes, yes, you did.
All
Also,
right.
shoddy
Hmm?
is still shoddy with D's.
And you can fix it on here anytime you want. I have given an open invitation, and
How?
every
Give me.
time it's never taken on.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I don't know how either.
There's a tab that's literally called Chatbot.
You can fix it. It has no instructions for how to do it.
It's part of the process.
Okay, so yeah, we actually don't have.
You're fetching it without the entire.
I didn't even think about that when I handed that to you.
I put it down.
Good boy.
creepier.
I like it.
And then you put it back
Challenge
in front of me.
accepted.
See, this is his fault
I'm
now.
not
He
a
put it back
horror
down in
artist,
front of
though.
me.
You should be talking to
It-
No.
You should be talking to Bone Witch.
Oh, we could ask
I like
Scott if
her
we could
more.
do it.
I was gonna say I'm not a horror artist. I mean, I can try.
Yeah, I should do that. I should ask Scott.
I mean, I can definitely try, but like, I feel like Scott would be like the better.
And now that I'm not worrying about my job, I have a little bit of discretionary income to work with. Okay. Oh, I guess the one thing.
Discretionary or
Wait.
disposable?
Both.
Yes. It's either way. Yeah. Link to the world that we're playing in.
Yes.
Even though we're not on the material plane anymore.
Kind-
Great.
well, yeah.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
We were never in Kansas to
Forward.
start with.
All right.
No, that was in my game.
So, last we left off, you guys finally made it to Elithra, the Plane of Fae, where, following Leaf Lake, you guys decided to meet with the Flower King, beginning to trek across the Flower King's field. You all learned a little bit more about Elithra and
Murder.
Fae,
Murder.
coming more or less to your own conclusion. Well, actually, no, I pretty much stated it. That the flowers around you are all transformed children.
And like 50 of them are dead.
More than 50.
100.
50 was just the number I gave you because I didn't want to say, here, have 1,000 HP.
What?
It's an unknown number.
What does that mean? I'm trying to fight things.
I was not going to try to fight shit.
A few creatures have been trying to sneak up onto the camp, but none have made it
Press the
to,
back end.
so far.
It's jammed. There we go.
And
Oh, something.
just before the session ended, Mytholiel decided to cast Minor Illusion, and Wild Magic appeared to go off. Did go off.
I tried to cast Minor Holocaust.
It was super
It was
effective.
super
I
effective.
was gonna say, what do you mean tried?
Yeah.
Well, it
and
ended up being a major one.
killing all the flowers in a 30-foot radius. Then the Flower King's army, a bunch of red cap fairies with spears, approached all of you, which
They were on point.
none of you seem to have. None of you reacted negatively, and they are now escorting you to the Flower King.
Yay.
I reacted negatively.
Oh, you were crying, yeah.
Yeah. I would too.
It
Like
kind of is
Command
like
Holocaust.
comforting.
Oh, and I guess there's one thing I should mention for today. We will be doing a giveaway of tabletop loot dice at the midpoint of the session, and we will be giving away these beautiful pink
They're
dice.
floral.
Yeah,
Very pretty.
yeah, they're a very floral set. So I know it's hard to see on. Maybe that's better. I don't know. They're pink. They're pink and beautiful.
They're quite nice.
Let's see. Sorry, I was working creepy. Oh, this is pretty.
Green's broken.
Sounds like a you problem.
It is.
Oh, hey, I found a throwing knife.
Oh,
Ooh,
Okay.
Don't let
No!
me have it.
I know.
Because it's mine!
I just want to hold it.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna do with it.
I just
You're
wanna
gonna
hold
fidget.
it.
Or carve up the table with it.
Oh my gosh, my Twitch is doing that thing
I
again
don't-
tonight.
I don't trust you.
Why
Where
not,
I'm
Jake?
sitting there in chat and it keeps just closing.
Because history.
It wants to.
Your history repeats itself. Alright, so
I can bring my own knife.
don't make me take your knife.
Ooh, somebody that I follow is doing their first time genocide run.
Good
Oh.
luck.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum.
I know another group that's doing their first time genocide run.
Shut up!
Alright, so you guys are on the road for
Again.
I believe this is going to be
Is it a country road?
You
I
can
don't
kill
think
him.
you want it to be. This is going to be your 4th day on the road to the Flower King. Alright. right. What do you guys talk about on your way there, being escorted by
Oh, the murder of all the children.
the army of the Flower King?
I'm not joining in
I ain't saying
conversations.
shit.
Did anyone else hear a noise? No, wait.
No.
Did anyone else hear a noise?
I would cast silence, but I'd kill more children.
That's always like that noise of 1,000 like kids dying at once.
No.
No.
Nope.
It's kind of like a musical.
Well, we're not going to bring that up at the moment.
You think they make a different sound if you light it on fire?
Jake. Not Jake. Then,
Jake.
No.
Don't drag me into this.
You would make a different sound if we lit you on fire too.
Yes. Sizzling.
So you can have these thoughts inside your head and not say them out loud.
That's pretty creepy.
Sorry, I'll pay attention better
But I
now.
wanted to share important information with the party.
It's not important.
We have to know this kind of information if I want to mark it down.
You all notice that there is a distinct lack of speaking overall.
Will you hand me the pencil sharpener, please?
I was following the guard tomorrow.
How about you finish chewing first? Because I could not understand a word you just said.
And we're following.
It's okay.
Finish
Take your time.
chewing.
It is okay.
The thing that most people learn to do when they're very, very young.
I'll spit at you.
Please don't.
Like a llama.
Most people grow out of that.
I thought that was alpacas.
They both will.
They both will.
And camels.
How the guard people? that
There are
were-
a lot of things that like to
Hmm?
spit at people.
The guards that
I
are
love
leading
them.
us to the king.
Yeah.
How are they acting?
They are very strict. Kind of looking forward. There's several of them behind you, kind of looking ahead at you guys.
How many are there in total?
There's probably about a good 40 of them.
Oh damn.
No.
Are they
No.
made out of plant?
Does not appear, but they do have like plant-like armor on.
I wasn't even thinking of lighting them on fire till you brought up the idea. Thank you, Nin.
I didn't bring up the idea. I thought you were just going to try and kill them.
But that's a good way to kill them is lighting them on
No.
fire.
I'm
I'm go-
discerning him.
I make my way over to one of them of the 40.
It turns its spear at you.
There we go.
What? They're all marching.
How you doing?
Get back with the others.
I am back with the others.
You said you went over to them.
Are we like nearby? Or are they?
They're kind of surrounding you.
Oh. I take a single step closer to the others. Like, can we talk now?
No. And it's gonna look ahead and keep marching.
I like these guys. I'm just walking. I'm gonna just walk then. No one wants to have a friendly chat. You commit one Holocaust and all of a sudden you're
Don't
an
ask
asshole.
for rated Oreo.
That's what you get for eating an Oreo like a fucking weirdo.
Idiot.
What did you do to the Oreo?
I breathed it.
Why would you breathe in an Oreo?
Oreos are not air, Bailey.
No.
You're supposed to put it in your stomach, not your lungs.
They're not good for aspiration.
You look like that nearly killed you.
It really hurt. Cookie does not belong in lung.
Maybe you should breathe a little bit before you do. Why am I instructing people on how to eat tonight? God damn it.
Makes me want an Oreo though. I put it in my stomach, not my lungs. What?
Anything else from you guys?
I'm despondent.
Nakane is like sticking close to Myth.
Okay.
I go. Wait. I do go up to Myth. I'm like,
I'm talking with my centipedes.
first genocide.
And I'm not going to talk to myself, so I'm just talking to my centipedes.
Oh,
And then I
yeah,
like
that sounds good.
after a moment, I'm like, good job, team.
I rolled high enough.
To not punch him?
What else do I have? Oh, no. Okay. Hold on.
Not much. That's the right fucking answer.
I'm marching on.
Okay. So you guys will continue throughout the day. And you guys end up coming over a hill. And it's over this hill that the flowers change. You see them start to get bigger until you're reaching a point where it's basically a sunflower field.
Oh look, they grew up. Like some of them.
Farron.
I'm not actually saying that.
Okay.
Some of them will never grow up now.
It actually begins to get to the point
Oh.
where
I can't read it. Huh?
the sunflowers are almost as large as trees. And you are practically walking through a forest of sunflowers.
This would be a lot more enchanting if I wouldn't have killed hundreds of thousands of children.
Hundreds of thousands. Holy shit, this number keeps going up drastically.
Yeah, it does.
Well, he said that he wouldn't give me 1,000 temporary hit points.
1,000 and hundreds of thousands is different.
So should we just have a T-shirt that's just like one of those tickers, and
Numbers
it's
are
like number of dead kids?
I buy
No.
a shirt.
I mean, well, there's no point in myth counting her kills anymore.
She beat all of you for the rest of this campaign. Period.
Take that as a challenge.
I would never. Don't you dare.
He goes back to the Flower King's field and just lights the whole thing on fire.
Just light a torch cheerily, just.
That, or we get back to the material plan. Flynn just pays a visit to every single fucking orphanage he can find.
He still might not get enough.
Aldwin has Fireball. He can catch up.
Honestly, I think Elthral might be the worst place for Alduin in existence.
He can use a bow.
He tried to pee. No,
What?
no, but Alvin would try to pee and he would like cause some magical mishap.
I'm still full of mage brain, aren't I?
Don't pee on anyone.
I go over to one of the near guards, not the one I was talking to. No, I'd go to the one I was originally talking to. Like, excuse me, sir.
What is it?
I have to take a sissy.
Hold it.
I'm gonna pee myself. I'm 103 years old.
Fine.
I start peeing myself.
It doesn't blink an eye.
I zip up and I'm like, I'm sorry, this is way too wet, and I get like start peeing on them.
Let me just get my book ready, and there we
Let me
go.
But
Ow.
hey,
Let me
how I
just
did
Not
it.
do that with the microphones.
Yeah, because that's
Yes.
incredibly loud.
Message Vox.
Oh,
And also, I thought you had a headache.
Yeah, I do. I didn't think that one through.
There was a whole lot of not thinking. I caught it.
hey, Nakai.
Can I say retract in such a way that I want to like splash on my peeing near him, maybe?
That
Yeah.
will not change the situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saving him.
3 other guards, as he begins to scream and you see smoke coming off of him, are gonna stab you. Okay, that's 2 natural 20s.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Get fucked. You deserve this.
I'm so curious what's gonna happen.
Entirely deserve this.
Oh, this is great.
Flynn dies.
That is going to be 25 damage
Okay.
for the first one.
Okay.
For the first.
Flynn, if you actually die,
He doesn't
I'm
have
saying
enough
that
hit
you're the one
points.
that killed the kids.
He does not
Okay,
have a
that's
hit.
Can I hear?
So wait, if he fails a death,
marker.
if he's immediately on death saving throws and unconscious and he gets stabbed 2 more times,
Well, one stab is a natural 1 for a death saving throw,
yeah,
which
so
means he automatically takes
2,
2.
because you've only got what, 12 hit points?
I'm down to 20 now.
20.
You're down to
Oh,
20?
You're looking at like key points.
Oh, you hit points.
You're unconscious then.
Zip.
Good job.
Yay.
So,
Doesn't the third one stab me too? I'm just
He
unconscious.
missed.
Somehow.
2 net 20s.
He wasn't expecting you to fall down.
2 of them were nat 20s. The other one rolled a natural 10.
So I'm on the ground.
Yeah. You're on the ground and bleeding to death.
Oh, that sucks.
But a few of the other guards go up to the one that you peed on, and they try splashing water on him.
How'd that work out for him?
He stops, like, smoking.
I'm going to try to stabilize Flynn.
They're gonna hold spears at you.
I would cast a spell to do it, but it's a bad idea.
Stay back.
He's going to die.
I don't think they care.
No.
You might need to roll persuasion.
I'd rather not use magic with the effect that's here to heal him. Persuasion.
Healing spirit.
So I'm gonna use a charge of lucky.
Is that a
Yeah, it was a nat one. It was a nat one.
Looking good already.
That's a bit better. So that is a 24.
They pick up their spears. Nothing else.
I'm going to try to stabilize him without magic.
Oh shit!
13.
Huh?
You have plus 13?
Yeah.
God damn.
All right. You're gonna have to make a medicine check. And wow, for the first time, I'm gonna have to double check what the fucking rules for stabilizing.
If it
It needs to be a
helps,
10,
I
I
do
think.
have
Big
medical
kiss?
kit.
Then you can automatically stabilize.
For using one charge of it.
Yep.
Cool. Yep, I will do that. They've got 5 charges.
10.
10. Yeah.
Oh, then
Which
I'm-
is better than me, who thought they were just one use each and I had 20 of them or something like that. Nine.
If I gave you the magic item card or the item card for the med kit, there's boxes at the bottom so you can check off how many uses.
I don't want to dirty the card.
Oh, well, you see.
I'm literally going to just print off more.
Okay.
That literally use them for. I did that so you could write on them. All right, so Flynn is stabilized,
Still 0. I thought I remember.
which is funny
No,
because
I
even
have-
if
you-
even if you had used magic,
No, you're 0. Sorry.
Oh yeah. He is completely infested in mage bait.
Oh yeah, that one worked out.
No, I'm the only. It's only me who, if I medkit you, you have 1 hit point because of the feat I've got.
Oh.
Nagana can
Yeah,
also
he's
heal
got
you,
better
but I
red
think
gel.
that she's a bit gun shy about magic
And I
right
don't
now
want
at the
to
moment too.
Touch him.
That's fair.
I don't want to touch Flynn.
Yeah.
So who's carrying my limp body?
You peed in your pants.
I
I'm
didn't
not
do my
touching
thing.
you.
Tell is going. Oh, absolutely not.
I got him. Nakane just
You can just leave him here.
drags him behind her.
Just grab his arm and
You could just roll him off the side of the road. You
he
wouldn't
hits
know.
his head on a rock. Instantly, he's
Back to
bleeding out
zero.
again.
Nobody notices, and he just bleeds out, being dragged behind.
I don't think it's that nobody notices. It's just no one cares.
Nakane has armor on. She just like carries Flynn like a football.
It's just
Man,
No.
roll
oh.
fucking
Football.
Constitution to
Not
save to
exact
make sure
potatoes,
his
football.
piss doesn't
He
smell that
doesn't-
bad.
All
It's
right.
blue.
It's blue
That would
pea,
be-
yeah.
Never did ever done.
Silvery blue pea.
She's also holding her warhammer way over here.
Well, if
You
he's
want-
dehydrated, it might be green.
Oh. I would say I'll hold that for you, but never mind, no I won't.
Mm-mm. Nobody touches the hammer.
Not even me.
Are we getting back into the
Tell,
science of the
tell us,
bodily
would you
fluids,
like me
or-
to hold it?
That'd be great.
I'm
Because you're not going to
releasing-
want to come anywhere near him.
Tell holds
No
it.
offense, he's got a portal in his throat to put it in. You don't.
Slip.
Whatever. I'm not weak.
I know.
This is not
But
the
you
point.
also talk with your hands a lot more, and I don't need you to actually accidentally throw my hammer somewhere.
I've got a good grip.
It's a magical hammer in a... No, you get very sporadic.
I've got a magic stick. I won't throw that all over the
I am
place.
so glad that there's cold
For
air
now?
coming out from behind
Me too. I can feel it on my feet.
It's a magical hammer. It's a magical stick.
Here with my feet up.
And I'm just like
It's a
trying to
magical
get more
shield.
into
All
the
right.
flow of it.
Let's get moving. And they're gonna start marching again. You learned what happens when you pee on them.
Be on him again. That was hilarious.
I'm going to keep you unconscious.
Every time he gains consciousness.
Poor,
This is
poor
gonna be
man.
Alexander all over.
This bear has
Hey,
lumps!
Erica. Nakane holds him, Farron baps him with the stick.
We
Nakane
almost
still
killed
has
our
a free
barbarian
hand.
once. Remind
But
us to
what
tell you that
teamwork?
story later.
Fair.
With the
Family
barrel-
team.
Yeah, I think we're. It's just been a couple months.
Team building.
It's a family family bonding moment. Keep the monk unconscious.
The mushroom people are just watching this guy like, what?
It's a ritual in our culture.
Boom!
This is how we would detain stupidity.
Alright, so they continue along, and soon there is a split in the road. And they take you towards the right of this fork in the road.
What's left?
Are you asking them?
Yeah.
That leads to Oberon City.
Okay.
And deeper into this sunflower forest you guys go until you finally reach a clearing of a sorts. It's probably 30 feet round, but there's a pond here. And in the center of the pond, there's a small island. And sprouting up from its center is a massive flower. Not quite the same height as the trees, but it's a bit thicker with its, what the fuck are you staring at me for?
If the Flower King is actually a flower, I'm gonna come over there and beat the fuck out of you.
He's a flower.
What the fuck do you expect with a title called the Flower King?
That was a little more literal than I was expecting.
I expect
It's like
them
Bad
to be
Horse from Dr. Horrible.
I expected him to be a flower. I don't know how.
It's an actual horse.
And so yes, there's a flower sprouting out from the center. However, the leaves, it looks like there's like stalks of it that come out that form arms, but at the end are leaves. And in the center of this massive the center of the flower is a face.
Does it have salad fingers?
No, it's just one. It's just one leaf at the end.
Okay.
I'm picturing the King of the Cosmos from Katamari Damacy right now. Only instead of like this head, it's like petals.
Does he have leaves for feet as well?
His lower half is planted in the ground like a flower.
What color is he?
Oh, he doesn't make the little slaps like the Bellsprout?
No.
I love that animated short of this, the bell sprout, running across the screen, and then you see the fucking victory bell just whoom, whoom, whoom.
What color is he?
But it was a leaf.
He is a bright yellow.
Same difference.
Okay.
No, it's not!
It's a Pokemon.
So
Like
D&D.
Charmeleon and Charizard are the same thing.
This isn't Pokemon Town.
It could be.
No.
I could have played a ranger.
So could I.
That would be like
A ranger
Pokemon
party?
Town.
Yeah, the only difference is that with the Ranger versus Pokemon is your Pokemon dies.
But I can bring it back.
Can you?
It gets better.
I've already got pork chop too.
Pork chop too.
See, that's in a different world. Remember, resurrection's a little different.
Well, no, they come back as magic.
Uh-huh.
Spirit.
They're
Whatever. Fuck you. I'll kill your friends.
I just want to kill somebody's dog.
Jake just wants to kill children, friends, whatever. Doesn't matter to
he
him.
likes to kill the innocent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stay
because the difference is
put.
killing you guys is boring.
So here's the villain.
Okay, that's not because I'm enjoying it. He is literally taunting people.
He is doing that to himself.
But I imagine it is a bit cathartic.
Yeah.
It is for me.
If you hear a lot of clicking from my side from this
Sorry.
thing, it's because the things keep retracting on their own and not fidgeting with it.
So yes, as I said, in the center of the flowers, I don't know what that's called. The center of the flower, where the petals aren't.
It depends on the type of flower. Sometimes it's a stamen, but I imagine you're thinking something like a daisy, at which point, I
Yeah.
don't fucking know, mate.
So it's more akin to like the center of a daisy, but coming perfectly out of it, you see the features of a face. Very sharp features. The eyes are a yellow orangish, and it looks at all of you. Welcome.
He's unconscious, right?
Yes,
Yes.
he's still unconscious.
Yeah.
Good.
Damn it.
Yep.
So,
The Flower King's actually a flower.
Trash.
Yeah.
so you have entered my domain, killed my subjects. What are you here for?
Just passing through.
We were here to try to find the Spring Knight. We did not know that this realm has adverse effects on our magic.
I could show you an example, but it might not be good.
I'd suggest not until you learn how to use magic on this plane, which is something you should have learned before casting magic in my realm. So, how do you expect to compensate me for this damage?
I try to smell him.
There's a pond in the way. So you're going to try... Fine, roll perception at disadvantage.
Nin.
I'm just kind of curious.
Snuff the flower king.
17?
You don't... You can't tell if it's the flower trees or if it was the flower king.
Does it smell good?
Yes, it smells wonderful. It's a fucking dark and somber situation. It's like, yes, it smells wonderful.
You just stop and smell the flowers, damn it.
Yeah. Don't forget to stop and eat the roses. I mean, smell the roses.
I'm thinking, sorry.
I can't say anything. I'm unconscious.
What?
Wow! The one time they can get you to shut up in a situation.
That's why I was double checking, because if he wasn't, I was going to hit him.
I was definitely gonna say something.
You may want to hit him just to be sure.
We can beat him up for you, yeah.
How do you suggest you repay me for this act of aggression?
Well, it was an unintentional act of aggression.
An act of aggression nonetheless, whether intended or not.
Do you want a monk?
I could use such a being.
I was joking.
They
So
don't
long,
want
farewell.
him right now.
To say goodnight.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So,
That might be useful.
so the guards are more or less surrounding you guys, and the area, to describe it a little bit better than just an opening, there are bushes that are not flowers. There are flowers that are also all around, and some of them are kind of dancing. There's flowers of all different shapes and sizes. And one of the soldiers comes up and says, "Well, sir, the unconscious one also burned one of our fellow soldiers."
You don't want him right now.
What is the meaning of that?
He's an idiot.
He's about 103 and he had to pee.
There's
And they
also
wouldn't let him step to the side to pee.
That doesn't explain why he peed on one of my men and seemed to have burned him.
Because he's not smart.
I'm sure that you know that mortals don't live very long.
This is true. However, you are not answering my question. Why did my men burn when
Oh,
he
that was
peed?
the question.
Yeah, that was
Well,
the
we
point.
came from Rivertown.
Don't know if he knows what that means.
We came
You don't know about Rivertown.
I know not of this Rivertown.
Rivertown is a
Horrible place.
horrible town that is on it's mortal plane,
Yeah.
material plane. Thank you. I had to talk my way through it. Material plane, where an awful anti-magical metal is often found called Magebane. Our idiot monk friend here is infested with it.
That explains
I am
it.
not happy to be carrying.
Please stop interrupting me. I may interrupt you as I am the Flower King.
Oh, I want to throw him on fire.
However,
Good thing I'm
if
conscious.
your individual is infested with this Magebane, which I am aware is quite horrible here, you may need to hide him further if you wish to get anywhere on this plane.
You're just going to keep him unconscious.
On top of that, to say that it's a horrible place on the material plane sounds like a tautology. Now,
I don't know if I love him or hate him.
What does that word mean? I was just gonna.
It sounds redundant.
Thanks. Oh.
now,
No, I was actually asking you in character.
He means it's redundant.
Oh, thanks.
now, back to my original question. How do you intend to repay the damages done?
Well, as you are the king of the realm, it sounds as though you have a plan.
Is that an open invitation for me to suggest something?
We could have talks.
Nakane sits down and just drops Flynn next to her.
I don't know if you remember, we have something we don't really need. Is it Flynn?
I don't know if he cares about.
He might.
If looks could kill the look that is on Nakane's face, the Flower King would be on fire right now.
The Flower King has been looking back at you, just eyeing you.
Nakane does not seem to give two shits.
This one needs to learn manners.
This one doesn't give a flying fuck.
One of the guards from behind you is going to smack you in the back of the head with their spear.
Nakane doesn't give a shit.
So you're not dodging.
No. Actually, she would try.
Why
Well-
are they talking like they're Hanar?
Sad Hanar can't wear sweaters.
That's an aspect thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
You attempt to move, and you can't seem to, as the guard smacks you in the back of the head. It's a very subtle, but you notice as you go to jerk away, you are kind of stopped. And you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How old are you, Flower King?
Does that have to do with our deal?
It might.
It is hard to say in terms of your years, but I would estimate about 40,000 cycles. Or changing of the seasons for you.
So, you've been here the whole time. Do you know anything of the Aluna? They were a race before ours.
That you wish to gain information as part of our deal. I am confused as to if you understand what payment means.
I don't think that you understand my reasoning.
I do not have much dealings with the material plane. That is something for my subjects, mostly. But I do know of this, what you speak of as the Aluna.
There is something covering the material plane and ice.
Would this be ice?
Well, the ice isn't covering the plane and ice. There's a demon.
You seem to be under the impression that this matters to me.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking out loud so that I might be more transparent with you. Originally, we came here to try to rescue the children that were taken by the Spring Knight Averline.
Averline, yes.
While I disagree with his spiriting away of these children,
It's a good movie.
it seems that you care for them.
For the children. No more than you care for seeds that you plant in the ground.
So you're saying that this act of aggression that was done unto you is not unlike somebody tromping through a garden?
Yes, but my garden, nonetheless. A garden which takes much time and effort to cultivate. Tell me, what is it that has to do with this demon that even remotely has to do with payment for the numerous souls that you snuffed out.
We have an item that we could give as payment, but I feel it may seem, given the nature of how this feels to you, I'm afraid it may seem insulting if we were to offer it. So I would like to hear what, to you, would seem a fair payment.
Well, the best payment is that of a task. There is something I desire that is in Oberon City. However, it is stored in the vaults. I wish to have it.
What is this item?
Oh, but that would be telling. And I cannot tell you what it is.
Can you tell us what it isn't?
Yeah.
We would be
Myth,
here
I
for
wish
longer
you could-
than you'd be alive.
Myth, I wish you to think this deal over carefully.
Well, I know I wouldn't like to get caught in conflict between the different courts.
Oh,
And I'm not sure if that item would incite conflict between your realm and another's.
perhaps between realms within the Spring Court, but not without. You see, it was originally stolen from me, and I wish it returned.
See, I know about you as a GM, and I'm very hesitant to do this. Oh, can you give me this book? Oh, well, you know, that was actually an elder lich that was sealed in the plane of death, and now the goddess of death smote you so that she can talk to you. Type of GM.
Hey, Beth, can you and I chit-chat, like, over here for a second? And can we have a moment in private?
Not really, no. For there are ears throughout this whole court. So what you have to say, perhaps you should say aloud.
He's a sexy little flower, isn't he?
You're unconscious.
That is just something that Flynn's saying in his sleep.
I'm a sexy little baby.
Oh my god.
Are you
Such
sure
a
that
funny
one is unconscious?
Just
Fuck. He stops mumbling.
yep, fairly sure.
Look at Flynn. Look at myself. Look at my sword.
Do you have that sword out?
It's sheathed right now.
Okay, I want to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah.
And I made sure once I found out that it wasn't welcome here to like wrap the hilt of it, that any exposed metal was wrapped in leather.
Okay.
That may be a poor idea.
I mean, if he just wants to be gone, I could just like me leaving could be a bartering chip.
Seems unsafe.
Are you too infected with Mage Bane?
Absolutely not.
Deception.
Can I have advantage because he doesn't know that I can lie?
He's a much older Fae.
Ah, damn it.
Leaf Lake doesn't know because Leaf Lake is a dumbass.
Oh.
Leaf Lake is a dumbass.
22. I got a natural 20.
Oh, damn it.
Good. It would be a shame if you were.
Woo.
Good thing I'm unconscious. I would
What
No.
would a job like this entail?
Not getting caught, probably.
Especially if we haven't learned how to use our abilities in this plane as you've said that we should have before.
Ah, yes. Well, Oberon City will be able to help you with that. See, it is a city of the Eladrin. And there are many there who know the ways of magic in this realm.
Do I know what an Eladrin is?
Probably not.
Nope. No.
Tell would.
Okay.
Tell's not going to really say anything right now, though. Tell's, I'm guessing, kind of uncomfortable here.
This is not the Winter Court. This is, in fact, the opposite of the Winter Court.
Not quite the opposite, but So, what would entail in this is that you would need to retrieve this artifact out of one of the vaults. I can give you the vault number, if you agree to the job.
Got my vote.
Don't have a vote, so there's that. It's like you've got my pocket lens. That's basically what you said.
Basically.
We have with us a helm of telepathy. If we were to give that to you, could we get more information? It seems as though you're hiding some of the dangers of this from us.
Perhaps I am. Perhaps for good reason.
Oh, we've done stupid shit before, if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, I am not worried about that.
I was meaning in terms
He's
of it
worried
scaring
that
us all.
further information will dissuade us from doing it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We've done stupid shit, so danger won't scare us off
So
as
we'd
easily.
be unable to buy that information from you?
The exact nature of it, yes. I can tell you what the item looks like. And that is it.
So this sounds as though it's an item that we shouldn't touch.
That is up to you, but you will still need to give payment for what you've done in here. And unfortunately, that helm you have is not sufficient for this payment.
Is there a reason my whole party shut up?
I want to stay here.
I definitely don't want him interacting with me or anyone else interacting with me right now.
As you can see, this is not a good idea.
If Nakane opens her mouth, she'll get bopped again.
Now,
She's got plenty to say.
now,
She's just trying to do the wise thing and shut up.
word has it that you also came here for something else.
Did we come here for anything else besides Aberline?
Originally, you needed invitation into the Palace of Flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Leaf Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Leaf Lake's not here.
God damn it.
So, I'm assuming that the fields told you.
Of course. I have ears throughout my kingdom.
And would there be an extra task that we would need to obtain such a thing?
Oh, absolutely, Myth. That's
yes.
how this is starting to look.
Yes, indeed.
That's exactly how these
But
work.
this is why it may be of more interest to you. I could give you invitation to the Palace of Flowers if you retrieve one other artifact in the vaults.
Let's take everything in the vault if we could.
Quest, bonus quest. I do not have much experience in making deals with the Fae.
Nope, none of us do. Trapping Leaf Flag isn't exactly. Yeah.
Does our druid have anything to say about this? Expert of the
I
Fae?
can't give him a bowl of honey and say we're good.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be like an expert on this. I don't know why I'm the one making this decision.
Because you're the bard.
The information I gave you on the Fae,
Yeah, nothing.
that was you learned some things before heading in here.
They're assholes. Don't leave the road.
They speak the truth but twist it.
Yeah, that.
Lots of dead children.
Didn't tell me that, but
That's another point that Nakane would like to make, but she's keeping her mouth shut.
that there's dead children?
And this is a true non-living artifact and not
Correct.
an individual.
That much I will give you, as that seems to be a concern of yours. It is an artifact of one of my former warriors.
So it's like a mushroom or something.
I see that you might add something to this price.
Perhaps. Depends on what else you are needing from this. But that is the offer I have. Both payment and invitation.
Okay. So I'm gonna metagame for a second.
All right, out of character.
So it sounds like he's saying, go do this for me, and I won't have these 40 tiny little men stab you in the ankles until you die.
And he'll just
Then
kill
I will
himself.
also give you the thingy that you need to keep hunting Aberline. Also, if you touch that artifact, you're a warlock now.
I mean,
He said nothing about binding you to service.
No,
No,
but
he said
it
it was from a
depends on what I need.
nothing of what he
You're
said
the big
implied
shame
that
I'm
you were
not
going to
an
become a
ancient
warlock by
paladin
touching
because
it.
this would
Oh my
really
god,
be
that
handy.
was.
But
Sorry, slamming the book shut.
Sorry.
Oh, so I was gonna headache. That hurt. Apparently, I'm sound sensitive now.
So I don't trust
That's
this guy.
Wow,
That's
you
fair.
don't
Really?
you
You don't
don't
think?
you don't trust a fairy. Wow.
I think it's more you touch it and you're in grave fucking pain.
Like, I don't want to touch
Like
it,
touching an infinity stone or something
but
like that.
this could also be a chance to not be a snake.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I thought his collection of children's souls made him a pretty nice guy. But
Yeah, you could like ask him like
I mean, Flynn wants a collection of
ask him to
souls
sweeten the
anyway.
deal, make you not a snake
yeah, but
anymore.
I'll admit I'm an asshole.
The problem is that we're coming into this with me having killed a couple hundred things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did do
You're
that.
giving me a look, and I'm still not a telepath.
I'm thinking, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just like dead ass.
There's-
Intensely thinking.
You've just been
I'm trying-
staring me
I'm
down
trying
this whole
Because
time.
I've been trying to think of
I've
how I
also
wanted to
been
put it.
looking directly at you the entire
Into
time.
words.
See,
no,
but
no.
she's been giving me the.
Erica's even worse because she's sitting back, she's leaning, she's got her arms crossed, and she's just staring like
Thank you, Jake.
she's giving the mom look.
Yeah, I've been getting a very
I've
judgmental
been trying
stare.
to think of a way to put it in words, and I haven't been able to.
Does it help if you don't need to put them into words in character?
Yes, in a way. Because he's pissed off about his garden. Yes, I get that. He's like, what are you going to do to repay you destroying my garden? Nakane's thought process is, cool, what are you going to do to pay back the lives that you stole from their homes on the material plane?
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is it doesn't matter. His culture is completely different to ours. To him, he wasn't stealing them.
Yeah.
He did nothing wrong,
And
and
we-
this is
I understand that.
and this is his court. So if we bring that up, we're going to put ourselves in a very bad position.
Why do you think she hasn't said
His
anything?
court, his kingdom.
Huh?
His kingdom, specifically.
I understand that as a player character. However, good luck trying to explain that to my character. Hence why she hasn't said anything.
She's just keeping
However,
her mouth shut to avoid problems.
her temper is festering under the surface. You
How-
guys probably have about 45 seconds before Nakane goes apeshit.
So,
I do have silence, but if I cast it, I might
I'm
kill someone.
almost wishing I was at Oath of the Ancients because I could fix this little shithole right now.
Oh, that's what you think.
I
We're talking
dare
with a
say-
high-level fairy here, like.
I dare say that we are kind of railroaded into this quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless anybody else had any ideas that I'm not thinking of.
I mean,
Sell him Flynn.
it doesn't matter.
They don't
Fire.
want Glenn. He's full of mage bane.
They
right
can
now.
lock him in a cell and wait for that to pass.
Yeah, that'll pass in like a week.
Yeah.
Fuck. I need my key.
And he can't escape until then either.
I can't do shit. I can't. So ends the story.
I'm leaving that part up to you. If you guys can think of other things to do.
Plus, the problem is we can't talk with each other.
I mean, you can. You just have to say it out loud. Or work really hard on that silent communication.
Yeah, I just
Y'all know Flynn's idea, even though he's unconscious.
burn everything down.
In a blaze of glory, yes.
No.
Burn the forest
No,
down.
I'm just not saying much because this is getting worse. This headache, I mean.
You probably should have slammed your head into the table like a dummy.
Yeah, no, that
Sounded
probably
like
didn't
it
help.
hurt.
But
Did you have a headache before then?
yes,
Why did you do that?
I
didn't think it through. That's part of the problem with me having a headache right now. Is
I
being
am
very
fine with
slow.
you guys taking some time out of character to actually think about this. I don't want this moment to feel too pressured. It's
Well,
a big,
like I said, like we don't have a choice. We can't talk with each other in private and have a private conversation. Like none of we can't.
Well, I don't think we
We-
have an option of a complex plan.
No.
We don't.
We have no group cohesion right now because we can't communicate.
Well, we can.
We
I
can.
say, hey, Nakane, what do you think about this?
And then Nakane explodes.
Do you really want to know what Nakane thinks? Nakane says we thinks that we should have fucking left a long time ago and not even fucked with this shit. Kids, sorry to say, kids be damned.
I mean,
We should have not fucked with.
that's a
This whole
hindsight's
thing.
2020 though,
Yeah.
because Nakane was gung ho up until that moment.
Yep.
Not really, no.
Like she was ready to go after the kids.
I mean, yeah, no.
Her brain's been at the Southern Spear.
Like,
Huh?
Your brain's been at the Southern Spear.
Yeah.
But, so, what do you guys do?
I
does
would
anybody
roll
have
over.
any plans?
Nope.
Makes me wish I was conscious.
I'm really glad you're not.
Oh. I wouldn't just bring up the fire idea.
You-
Especially in front of the Flower King, I feel like he wouldn't appreciate that idea. Not even in jest.
In the end, Myth, this is the quest that you were given by the one you follow.
He's not even my god.
Isn't he?
No,
Phony god.
What?
Sirius isn't my god.
I thought he was.
No.
Trickery in children sounds right up your fucking alley.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Is that's pretty much it,
Very
right?
serious.
Illusions,
Stella.
trickery, the patron god of children.
Yeah, that's right up your fucking alley.
Her patron god Stella.
Which one's Stella again?
The
Knowledge?
god of knowledge and magic.
You can have both.
Yeah, you can have multiple
It's a
gods.
polytheistic religion. Technically, you believe in all of them. It's just
Yeah.
which ones you devote your time to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Devote your time.
He just kind of went, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
I mean, you're devoting a lot of your time to the second one, so.
I mean, to be fair, it's literally in, like, my description of her for her personality core.
Children.
Protect the kids.
I
Yeah,
don't
let's
think-
just go with it. What's
I
the
don't
fuck
care if
worst
the
that
kids
can
are all-
happen?
yeah.
Everyone dies? Ha! Yeah.
The kids are already more likely dead.
Well, will you take me up on my offer? You could stay here instead for compensation.
For how long?
That'd take a while, yeah.
Until you've satisfied.
Until he dies?
It would take like a couple.
Oh, if that were the case,
Yeah, take that.
He does not look like he plans to live very long.
Not if he keeps up the way he's acting, no.
Fun toots a little in the sleep.
If you accept, I will tell you what is important for the items that you would be retrieving for me. You could also choose to just accept one.
Well, what we might have to do is hear about both and see what we can do. Especially if we are limited in our magic
Yeah.
at the time being. Watch, we get out of the Feywilds. We're in a completely different world. It's just completely gone apocalypse and rebirth. Nobody knows who we are. Alduin's dead.
Alduin would be the only one to survive in a situation
sorry,
like
sorry. We leave the Feywilds. We enter the long road.
that. Alduin just appears in front of you guys. Wait,
As a
how did I
dragon.
get here? Wait, what the hell happened?
As a dragonborn for some reason.
Oh wait, okay.
Just like,
Well, since it would be very important for you, I can also recommend someone in Oberon City who could teach you to control your magic while here. Since that would be pertinent to this job.
Would be.
You guys are getting earthquake level.
That's me.
No, it's me.
it was Erica.
There's all three of you.
I'm not bouncing though.
It was Erica
Okay.
that was wiggling the bottles.
Oh, okay.
It was starting to.
Ding 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 ding.
Uh huh.
I just need to like swap which leg I was resting and which leg I had sitting. My leg just jiggles. Why are you staring at me like that for?
Oh, she's just kind of staring angrily into space.
That's the you're just looking at me with intent to murder right there.
Mhm. Yeah, your turn.
You still got your arms folded and everything. It's just the fucking mom look.
It's kind of the look on Nakane's face right now. She's looking around at everybody.
I mean, yeah, do it.
I may wish to make a further deal with you when this is over.
Yay, more quests.
I am more than happy to make more deals.
I'm sure you
But is
will.
that an acceptance of my offer?
Hot.
Maybe whatever you want to do, you should let him know beforehand. That way, maybe he just has us steal 3 items.
I said, yeah, steal 2, go back, steal a 3rd.
And so we can just get it all done in one go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's just steal items out of the Feywild. You know, that sounds like a great fucking idea. It's like
Yeah.
coming to this godforsaken plane.
Gods forsaken. All the gods forsake this fucking place.
Oh no, I think some of them like it.
Personally, I like it if it was on fire.
You're unconscious though, so fuck off.
I'm dreaming. Can I say that Flynn's dreaming of this entire place being ablaze?
He hasn't
But
even
he's-
seen the
I
place
mean,
though.
But he's like dancing through, like he saw like the
Like the
oh,
pyro from Gift 2.
sunshine and lollipops and rainbows, dancing through the flames.
Flynn can dream whatever the hell he wants.
I know. I'm just like.
We're not
storyboarding
sure what we're stealing yet.
Object.
things.
Alright, if it would be better
Important
for me
things.
to explain, I know that at least one of my party is still very concerned about the fact that I am not in my natural state.
Oh no, I think that's all of us.
And what is your natural state?
I was a half-elf.
And what are you now?
She flicks her tongue.
Hmm, that is not natural for your kind.
You don't say.
That's what I just said.
Fucking sure, fucker.
You see, I didn't say that for your sake. There are many in my court here who have not seen a half-elf.
I'm a full elf.
Not all that I say is directed at you.
So, I was wondering if it was something that was within your power to remedy.
That depends.
Sure, it just carries out our plan.
Something of that power is not quite something I am capable of doing very often. And unfortunately, I have recently used a power similar to that. That would be something you may wish to speak to the princess about.
I see.
For she is far more powerful than I.
Well, thank you for the information. We'll get the 2 items if possible.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Well, you will need the vault numbers.
Yeah.
The first of these items is the staff of a warrior of mine who was named Crystal Willow.
Crystal meth.
Their staff is being held in Vault 413.
Why does he sound like Ahsoka right now?
I don't know. Now, the second item is in Vault 165. It is located in a small wooden box, and it is a deck of cards.
A Vault 111.
165.
Does anyone have one of these that's functioning?
Well, like,
I'll have to pick up
This
one of
one's.
those. Oh, I don't know why my brain's like, catch it, Jake!
not in my house.
The deck of cards is a little bit more than it appears to be.
Don't pull any of the cards from the deck, yeah?
Oh, fuck.
Is Farron saying that out loud?
No. I mean, I'm assuming, like, I could say that and be fine, yeah. I mean, yeah. Probably don't pull anything from the deck, yeah. Bad idea.
That would be wise, but
Yeah.
that is something I will leave up to you.
Oh, yay. Choices.
I love choices.
You're unconscious. I'm not looking at you.
Flynn's going to pull every card from the deck.
Flynn doesn't even know we're getting the
I'll
dick.
kill him.
It won't take very long.
Hey, look, we can rob another bank.
Now, as for your magic,
Alfred's not here to rob the
I
bank.
suggest to speak with a mage named Cynthia. She will be located in the mage district of Oberon City.
I got Oberon City and Oberon's Fair.
You assume.
Just in general, shut up. What was the other one? That goes with Oberon. Normally, tell me.
Titania.
Yeah, there we go. That's another city, right?
Tanya?
You don't know.
Titania, as a lot of you fuckers say.
I say that.
Tanya.
I say Titania to fuck with her.
See, Titania is what I gathered from Fairy Tale, so.
Yep.
Also, Ancient Magus Pride.
Which they removed from Funimation.
I know.
Also, the first time I saw the word,
Yeah.
I'd never heard it
Yep.
said before, and
Before I
so
got to see it.
I sounded it out, and that's what it sounds like.
So,
I never finished it.
So- with that agreement, and you see him kind of wave his pedal in the air, kind of in a circle. For this, I bind our contract.
Oh, that's hot.
And you all feel a bit of a tingle come over you.
Do I?
Do I?
Yes.
You're unconscious.
Is
I
there
don't-
anything that we should know for how to get into these vaults?
You feel like you beat yourself again.
That is
Probably
something
have.
that you will have to figure out for
I didn't get to
yourselves.
finish before I got knocked down.
I question how badly you want those items for how little information you're giving.
It's the items are getting us killed, to be honest.
See, it was not specified that I would give you information on how to get in. But I would help you get your magic. And that was the extent of the help I could give you. And the contract is sealed, and it is too late for that.
Why do I happen to be back out of it?
It's too
You
late
die.
for you to give information of your own will.
Horribly.
Oh, I don't give many things away for free.
Yeah, I don't think you want to owe him.
Nope.
Well, with any luck, we'll be able to return with what you want. Otherwise, you might just need to wait longer.
And I am all right with that. By the way, you are all free to go. And his soldiers kind of step out of the way of the path that led up here.
So when do we yell for Leaf Lake to take us to Oberon City?
I mean, just do it now. Yell for him.
I just go to the crossroad and blow the whistle again.
There's a whistle?
Yeah, I've got the whistle.
I
It
didn't
didn't.
know
It didn't crumble the dust. Or
I didn't know
anything.
there was a whistle in the first place.
I've said this. I've got this whistle like 10
He
times.
has. He has mentioned the whistle.
Oh, I choose to ignore you and Flynn for the most part.
Are you saying I'm on the same level as Flynn?
Damn.
What the fuck?
The general consensus of chat is that the Flower King is a living fart.
Wait. What?
Barking is a fart.
He's a,
Is that like everyone's like opinion of him?
he's
Or
not. He's not an asshole. He comes from an asshole.
That's funny. Oh,
What?
you guys are not happy with him. Good.
I like him.
By the way, I do apologize for the way he acted towards you. He was trying to be an asshole.
I know.
I just wanted you to make sure that it wasn't personal.
I know. No, I know that.
Okay.
Nakane grits through her teeth. Leaf Lake, get your fucking ass over here now, or no fucking honey for you.
It's good running.
Blow the goddamn whistle, grandfather.
He already did.
Yeah, he said we're going back to the crossroads. He was going to blow the whistle. It's time for work. Time for work.
Just getting petty.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Leaf Lake doesn't show up.
God damn it. Been executed or something.
Possible.
There was something he told you
Guys,
last session. Don't go off the path. It might take a while.
Did he go off the path?
You didn't see him come with you.
Motherfucker.
We weren't exactly led by the mushroom guys on the path.
Yes, we
Yeah, we
were.
were.
Mhm.
Were we?
Yeah, you guys were escorted along the path.
Oh, I didn't think we were.
Leaf Lake disappeared.
Okay, so Leaf Lake fucked. Oh, I mean, we can walk down the road. It can't be that hard, can it? It's down the road. Unless you want to camp on the crossroads till he shows up.
I ain't waiting for that little shit.
Down the road. Just means he doesn't get honey for those days, and he's going to be upset. There we go.
I frankly don't give a fuck what he wants.
Me?
I'm loving the hostility out in Nakane. She's like, I don't like being here. This place is stupid.
I gave you all the warning the place was weird before we got here. I did say that. Alright, so I guess we're going down that road. Yay.
After a little bit of time, you guys start to feel the exhaustion of the day, and it's up to you guys if you want to camp or continue. I'd like to assume you guys are camping.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Moving into Tel's cloak again.
Tell is more than happy to have you there.
Oh, we need someone else to take watch, though.
But then Con just gotta take watch.
Unless we want to have Jake roll for Tell, because Tell normally takes watch.
I mean, Tell sheet is right there, so I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys do it that way.
+4 on perception advantage.
Right. Okay. So first and second watch is...
I usually take first watch with him.
You said +4?
When does this one wake up
17.
anyway?
I've been out for a while.
He doesn't.
13.
13? Alright, it seems fairly quiet. Right, you will wake up after this rest.
Okay. With okay.
You'll wake up having recovered an amount of hit points.
Equal to my constitution, right? And then
Constitution score, yeah.
I almost said toughness.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
doesn't work
I'll
either.
switch around.
Wow, I'm gonna need to buy new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The two that got tossed to me weren't very strong either.
19.
Oh, the one I have.
But they have lasted us for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
29?
thrown away 2 of them now. The very first one I got died in a week.
That's
Wrestle,
annoying.
wrestle.
Okay, I've got the bowl and I've got honey, so I'll just set that down just on the corner of my vision. And I have named the bowl
Okay.
with druidic stuff.
Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy about not watching?
Yeah. I'm good at this.
Okay.
I'm good at this.
Roll for stealth.
I've actually got a decent plus to stealth. Okay, that was that one.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah, that's a solid. I'm gonna use my blue die.
Your inspiration?
That's fair.
That's higher. That's good. That's much higher. 18. There you go.
Okay.
Fucking. I'm good at this.
You see,
That one.
you see coming out from kind of the bushes and tree line, you see a small, you see similar to the guards, there's this red-capped fairy. They're wearing leaf-like clothes. It's not the same leafy armor that the other ones were wearing, but it's...
Mhm.
He comes out, sneaks over to your bag, begins to open it,
It's not a chipmunk night, damn.
begins to reach inside.
Can I turn around and grab him?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics with advantage.
It's gonna start screaming like those baby turnips from Harry Potter.
Hendrix.
Yeah, those.
Dexterity?
The baby
Turnips?
turnips.
Acrobatics?
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Okay, you manage to grab him by like his collar and hoist him up, and he goes, "Hey, hey, no, let me go! Hey, what? No, stop!"
Nakane sits up.
How
from all the-
loud?
Enough for you guys to wake up
Nakane
if you need
sits
to.
up. Her hair,
You're still recovering.
her
Yeah.
hair is everywhere. It looks like her eyes are glowing and she's looking straight at this mushroom creature. What the fuck is going on?
He's trying to steal my stuff. Weren't you, buddy?
No. Yes.
GM goes, can't lie.
Wait, no. He does say no.
Oh, you're just going through my bag.
Not stealing, acquiring.
Are you a piece of shit?
With my permission?
The bag was just laying here.
Where is it?
Right there.
And am I next to it?
You know what else?
Yes, but it doesn't have your name on it.
You know what else
Actually
is about
does.
to be laying there? You, 6 feet under. Show your face around this camp again, and you'll be wishing you were mortal.
Intimidation with advantage.
See, I was thinking this might be Guide 2.0.
He's dead.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
You see him grab his hat and pull his head into it.
Or you can make it up to us by trying to steal our things and being distruthful by guiding us to Oberon City. And I'll let you live.
You know, that sounds good.
Good. And I'm really good at tracking things, magic or not. Don't give a fuck what happens now. Try me.
Oh,
Thank you for your
Oh, is that a suggestion?
You wish it was.
and
Faye. You wish it was.
the bag does actually have a name on
I didn't take anything.
it. This time.
Yes.
Good. Now that that's settled,
Have
I'm
you taken
going...
anything before?
Nakane cracks her knuckles.
Grim is gonna like sleepily reach into his bag, pull out a piece of charcoal, and write his name on the side of his stuff in big letters.
No, I said before that Perrin marked his stuff with the druidic
And
before.
he, like he goes to
He
start.
didn't notice that.
He goes to start putting the charcoal back, looks down, pulls it back out, walks up to the horse, and writes his name on the side of the horse. Puts the charcoal back and goes back to sleep.
Hey, what was the original question?
I
What was the last
um,
question you asked him? Did you take anything before?
Before, yeah.
Before when?
Before now.
Yes.
What was it?
An item.
What kind of item?
A shiny item.
Nakane starts growling.
Specifics.
It was a stone. I don't know what it is. It's a stone.
Do you have it on you?
No.
Where is it?
I swear to God, if it's a stone, I swear to Thanatos, if that's the stone I need to get my home back, I'm going to tear someone's limb from limb.
It's probably my standing stone, honestly.
Oh, it just starts getting random messages.
Hello, is this on?
Is it actually my standing stone if I go to
No.
look?
No. It's your luck stone.
Oh shit, then I didn't have a +6 to those stuff because that's gone. That's an attuned item, wow.
It's home. It's at home. I don't carry the things I take on me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least I don't carry them until I take them home.
Mm-hmm. Can you go get that back?
No, I'm supposed to guide you to Oberon City.
What if I give you a bowl of honey for it?
I can't do that because I have to guide you to Oberon City.
I've got him bound in a contract. You can wait until later to
Well-
get your fucking stone back.
We might not.
That would help with the.
Yeah.
You guys figured out. Y'all are good at figuring this out. Going back to sleep now. Good night, and she goes to sleep.
Listen, man. We have to finish sleeping so you can go get his item back until we wake up.
That was what I was going to say, yeah.
You need to be back. What time is it?
It's probably got.
He's probably got about until Nakane wakes up. for
So you
time.
have to be back here before she wakes up
I think I can do that.
with his item. Or we let her use her big smashy hammer on you.
And if you do it, you end up getting a bowl of honey, so there's incentive to do it, and there's a punishment if you don't.
Honey's okay, but sure. Drop him and he darts off into the woods.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Me?
Because you seem like real life mad
Yeah,
right now.
you're like
No.
You're like
projecting-
actually
you're projecting
shouting and
Nakani's-
peeking the mics.
No.
Yeah, you're like projecting
I'm not
Nakani's
actually-
anger.
No, I'm not actually.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
I was getting worried.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not actually
She's
mad.
really good at acting.
Because you were
hard.
like peeking the mics and shit.
No, I'm not actually mad.
Okay. Maybe dial it back about like 10 or 20%
Sorry.
volume-wise.
Jake's facial expressions are really funny though.
She's
So I've been
getting
getting
really into roleplay.
so I've been getting egged on because his facial expressions.
I was liking it personally.
Fear.
So,
Yeah, no, that would have been something I was feeling this entire time with that gone.
you wouldn't have felt it disappear.
Oh no, I mean, I would have had one less on every single check that I've been doing.
Plus, aren't you aware if you're missing an attuned item? Like, if your attunement disappears.
That's if it disappears.
Well, you become unattuned with it if it's not with you anymore.
Not necessarily, no.
I thought it was only if somebody else attuned to it or you.
Yeah, that's
Separately
actually,
attuned.
If it's not in your possession anymore, you're not attuned to it.
that's not true.
I think there are different
Because then
rules
that
for
makes it so every thrown item you use becomes unattuned to you when you let go of it. That's the problem. It is when someone attunes to it next.
Or if you attune to something else.
Yeah. So that's the ruling that I've been going through.
Oh, okay.
Because that is what I
Yeah, because
originally
it
had.
wouldn't make sense the other way for me either.
So he wouldn't have noticed it because it didn't get unattuned.
Otherwise,
So when-
Nakane's hammer would unattune every time she
Well,
gave it to Tell.
That's not what I mean. Like,
Hmm?
if the hammer's on the other side of the world, then it should probably be unattuned.
No, that's not how magic works. Because
Yeah, no,
the plane of the Fae, distance doesn't mean anything either. So,
also true.
okay. So you guys go back
Oh.
to sleep. You,
Oh,
It does say if the item's been more than 100 feet away for at least 24 hours.
gonna say in this
got your
case,
own ruling, yeah.
I'm gonna say in this case because it is Elithral, that actually doesn't apply.
Yeah, no, and you've
That-
got your
that
own
works.
ruling, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Elithral is kind of in a highly magical place,
Oh, fuck you.
and distance and something else
Time.
don't matter. Yeah, distance and time are kind of
Relative.
irrelevant
Man, Eldon would hate this place.
because he'd disappear, come back, and it'd be the fucking same.
Or he'd disappear, come back, he'd think he's gone for like 2 minutes, he's been gone for 2 years.
That happens normally to him anyway.
No, sometimes he goes backwards 2 years.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys rest.
I mean, I'm still on watch, so there's that.
Okay. And right before Nakane begins to stir, he comes rushing through the woods.
Thank you.
Can I have that, honey?
Push the bowl that I already set down
Kind
across.
of picks it up. Just kind of drinks out of it
And that's
slowly.
much better mannered than the last one.
Yeah.
Well, Nakane begins to stir, so
Nakane slowly sits up. Just
Is she in a better
Hey,
mood
and
now
what
that
shall
she
we call
slept?
you?
probably just overly exhausted. In all
And what shall
honesty,
we call you?
we'll see.
Timber.
Timber.
He's going down.
Oh, we know what to shout when Hammer
He's
comes down.
yelling timber.
Good morning, everybody.
Nakane's mad.
Welcome back,
You
friend.
better move.
So, ready to go to Oberon City?
Yep.
I finally wake up out of a. Do I feel well rested at
Can you
least?
hear him again?
Of course.
What?
Can you hear him again?
Yeah, sure. Hey, can I
Alright.
get your hammer real quick?
I'm not carrying him the whole way. He's covered in piss and mage bane.
I
Don't you
strip.
casters have like a thing that you can make them
I'm
clean?
not casting anything
He's
until
covered
I
That's a good
in
point.
mage
I hear
bane
Nakane's
as
angry
well.
voice from wherever I'm at the camp, so I strip and shove it in my bag. I'm buck naked. I'm like, see your problem. Problem solved.
Not really.
Do we
Where
have a
we go?
decanter of endless water around here somewhere?
Yes, we do.
So we've got
Tell has it.
saggy old man nuts.
Nakane dumps it over her.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's just like I'm standing like 10 feet away and I just take the lid off the decanter and spray you with it.
No, you don't.
Hmm?
You can't
It's
activate
magical.
It's just remove the lid.
You're touching a magic item, though.
Yeah, you can't activate magic items.
I set it down and then I kicked the lid off and stepped back.
Wash your clothes, Flynn.
I just like put it in front of it. And just,
Tell picks it up. You're all children. And just opens it. Sprays down the clothes.
Did
There.
you really want him smelling like piss the whole way there?
You know, that's not childish at all.
what is
No, but
What did Mage Bane smell like anyway? The
Oh.
Mage Bane piss. I don't know.
no, you're all. Just
I bet
never
it tastes
mind.
like blueberry.
Don't engage with Tell more than I have to. Tell picks it up and sprays down Flynn's clothes.
Well, I was
Yeah,
wondering
I like-
why he can't do the thing. He just started doing the thing.
I do this to get the. Does anyone have a drying
No.
thing?
I'll
Okay.
just put them on.
It's
Oh,
cold.
it'll dry.
Do I look like I
Tough.
care?
You're the one that decided to pee.
Wrinkly pee. Shut up, dumb. Put it back on.
And let's onwards.
All right.
I'm
Off we
uncomfortable
go.
and old.
Okay, so
Where are we going anyway, kiddos?
Oberon City. You didn't know that?
No.
No, I've been
I'm not
asleep
about
for
that.
it feels like 100 years.
We'll see how he
The
does.
Flower King stabbed him.
You can ignore him.
His lackeys did. I wish.
He's like, if the Flower King stabbed you, I was going to be very impressed.
Okay, then the Flower King stabbed me. I am a
Toe to
god.
toe with the Flower King and live.
He didn't.
He didn't.
But
Hey,
if you just got stabbed by one of his lackeys,
Two of them actually. Yeah.
Meh.
The third one missed.
He got
Oh.
double teamed.
what happens if you piss on the Flower King? As I
Don't.
mumble as I'm like walking off, I'm gonna go.
Is he
Not
going
we're
to the
gonna
right?
knock you out before we go see the Flower King again, just so you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run then. I wanna meet him. So tally ho then, kiddos.
Yep, off we go.
I take a ball berry out of one of my 10 packs of ball berries. And you know when you're walking and you just, like, I don't want to accidentally hit a mic, but like,
yeah.
yeah.
Why do you have 10 bags of ball bearings?
Because why not?
Why not?
Because if I'm running out of a dungeon down a hallway, I can use a dagger and just cut them as I'm running.
Why do you have metal?
Yeah, it's probably not a good thing to just flash around here.
Because?
You want to die?
Is all metal for the Fae?
Metal in general?
Yeah, what does he have to say about my half plate?
He doesn't know that it's made out of metal.
But
Why
he knew
are
a
you
metal
so
of a little
concerned
bowl.
with metal?
Yeah, and isn't she in full plate?
Splint. Splint. I think.
We put a lot of metal. I mean,
I'm
fairly
surprised
good.
you didn't touch any when you were going through a pack.
Could you say it's very metal?
No, that's my pack. I don't have metal.
There wasn't any. There wasn't any in there.
Wait, did you take anything from the rest of us?
No.
What is your fear and worry about metal?
You don't know.
Do I know?
You might have more of an inkling, yes, but I'll still make you make a nature check at advantage.
Nature. Oh, what's the other nature die I have? This one? No, this one.
Nearly a nat 20.
Whoa.
26.
They hate iron.
Are the ball
Oh.
berries made of iron?
Well, I mean, steel has iron in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
would
right.
Faerun relay that information to Nakane
Or anybody else?
or anybody else?
I mean, now, yes, it hasn't been relevant until now.
Ah,
Partly because I didn't
Seems
know
like
until now.
Fairly relevant in preparation for coming here.
There's a lot on my mind, okay?
Like
Are you
what?
sure? You don't act like it.
It doesn't do that to us.
Oh.
And yeah,
Well,
also, you know, when you're just live in a place for 600 years and it's fairly fucking normal to just be like, oh yeah, metal, yeah.
metal, it doesn't affect mortals in the same way.
Oh, you. Well,
We can wear it.
the Eladrin are a little different. They're not. They're not adverse to it.
What is my armor actually made of steel?
It's Mizium, isn't it?
What?
Mizium half plate?
Not necessarily. It's made out of a different material.
Okay.
Because I think we actually determined that it was some dwarvish metal,
Yeah.
but it more likely it's
Okay.
not steel.
Oh, I assumed you'd replace the iron weakness with mage bane. Double weakness.
No, Mage Bane is one anti-magic and a steel of a kind. It's kind of a weird metal.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, so you're telling me that any
No.
iron oh fuck off. Is there any iron whatsoever? You can't touch it, you're just not comfortable around it, it's not your best friend, what's going
I
on
don't
here?
feel like telling you that information.
We can respect that.
Hey.
No.
Piano.
Hmm?
There's iron in your urine, isn't there?
Flynn, if I have to knock you out, I'm going to make sure you don't wake up.
I'm with Nakane.
And I'm not peeing on anyone. That's
Why is she so mad?
because you exist.
She sounds like, are you my father?
Nakana doesn't even dictate that with a response, and she keeps walking.
You're that dick. Does that have a penis?
Okay, we're good.
Fine, we're not peeing on anybody, let's just go.
And you're just gonna stay quiet and not touch any flowers
And
and
not
not pee on anyone or anything.
We're about to do number
Well.
2.
No.
Hold it.
Should,
Actually, hold it.
we should be to Oberon City fairly soon.
We appreciate your
Don't
assistance.
you have a bag of holding?
I do. Oh, I'm peeing my bag of holding.
You're a very scary lady.
Why did I think of that, actually? Why was I having a bag of holding?
I'm
Just
actually
imagine
under
that
the
you just
call
go
her
like-
Oh
once
yeah,
in my
don't reach into
family.
your own bag of holding.
What?
Don't reach into your own bag of holding.
Why?
You're covered in you have mage bane in you. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. If you reach into your bag of holding when you have mage bane in you, it just turns inside out.
Does it? What does it mean by that? Is it actually anything empties out of it?
Everything goes
Everything
out.
comes out.
Oh fuck! I don't want that. Sounds like a hassle.
Oh, imagine that for like travel pants where they've just got like a bag of holding around your butt so you don't need to stop and poop.
Oh my god, I just thought of the worst idea and I'm not gonna say it now.
Thank you.
Is this in the same realm of Jake's orbs of destruction that he keeps in the bottom of toilets?
Yeah. Off.
Fantasy Pampers and fan.
Just like your rich person travel pants, you don't need to stop and take a break.
I have to take a second to squat at least. I don't know.
Hey, can I get on the Fae version of MySpace and drop my new hit single?
Murder all the children?
What?
No, it's called Flowerfield.
Flowerfield genocide.
Flowerfield idiot. Playoff American idiot.
I miss Chibi. I miss Chibi kind of.
All right. So, you all continue traveling for a time, and you come across you finally come to the walls of Oberon City. They're made out of a green crystal that probably raises up about 100 feet or so.
We're on our way to the Emerald City.
There are massive towers constructed out of the same green crystal structure. But unlike a previous city, these look man-made. Or not man-made, but
Where
crafted.
so many roads go.
Outside of the gate, there is a drawbridge that goes over basically a moat.
Is there water in the moat?
Yes. For a second, I was like, why do you have to ask that question? But this is Elithra, so yeah, that's a question you have to answer. I have to answer. And standing in front, on your side of the moat, are two soldiers. They are fairly tall individuals, probably about 6 feet each.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
We don't need to tell him not to tell people the plan.
He doesn't even know the plan.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't even know the fucking plan.
You don't even know what you're going to Oberon City for.
I don't even know why I took notes.
And we didn't tell him.
I don't know why I ever take. I don't know why I ever take notes. Flynn doesn't give a shit about names.
Does everyone here pay attention to the plot?
We
I'm
There's a
can't
not.
just be like,
You are so shiny right now.
Yeah, because I'm sweating. Because it's hot in here.
I see that.
I think it's perfect in here right now.
Yeah, it's like perfect temper now. A little bit. Alright.
Oh my god. And I think this is actually a good place for us to take a break.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We are going to take a bio break because some of us are burning
Do you
alive.
need a towel?
Fuck you.
That's right. Just get a napkin to put over your head before you
He
blind
needs a
people.
towel.
Just sunspot the camera.
I need a towel.
I might need to turn on the AC
That could work,
Yes.
yeah.
What?
because the AC is off.
Why would you not turn it on by now?
It automatically shuts off at certain times.
Just
Well.
make it like 40 degrees in here, please.
Absolutely not. I did not bring a hoodie with me.
Yeah, but you can add more layers.
But I don't have any layers with me.
I
But
can let
they
you
have
borrow
like
some.
blankets like we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have a lot of blankets, especially in our entertainment room.
We have so many
Oh,
blankets.
motherfucker. You know what I forgot to do? I put things in the washing machine and didn't sort them to the dryer.
Well, I guess that means that you can do it when you go home.
Yep, if I remember.
All
You
right,
should
give me.
write a note. On
Set
your
a
phone.
reminder.
Okay, so
What's that? Good ideas?
So,
Fuck
to
nah.
win the set of kind of floral dice, enter all one word, all. Well, actually, case doesn't matter. All one word, Flower King. And then when we return, we will roll to see. Oh my God, we don't have the be right back scene.
You right.
So
We're just gonna mute it and call it good.
find an image.
Flowers. Sunflowers.
So Flower King is the keyword for entering for a chance for dice.
crowns.
What's that word I need to put in there that, or like combination words that makes it so we don't get in trouble for using it?
Fair use.
Fair use. Thank you.
Yeah. So while
Anything I can get you?
he's setting that up,
I think I'm okay.
No Oreos?
No, I have.
God damn it.
Mike,
Okay.
you're turning down Oreos? What the hell? You sick?
So I'm turning that around. I am going to mute us. No, I'm not. Andrew, if you could do that, because apparently this broke on me. And I'm going to go turn on the AC, because I am dying.
Yep.
Ouch. They're just pushing into it. I don't know.
Okay,
Uncomfortable.
we are back.
Jake is still a weenie.
Both of them.
Both of them, yes. I'll bring you down with me. Did you not read the thing?
I did.
Okay.
You seem to think that bothers me.
No, it didn't
There's an
bother me at
entire
all.
stream on Wednesdays that is focused completely on watching me get fucking wrecked in games. Okay, so
How is Sekiro doing? I haven't
hey
checked.
Tom, you're getting a set of dice brought home to you.
Security
Here.
is wonderful.
Hey.
Delivery service.
Oh, hey, shove him in Lily.
Not because you're.
I have to give this red pair to Dom as well because it's him's.
Theirs.
Give.
I
There we go.
I won't
Pronouns.
forget.
I won't forget.
Yes, you will.
Fuck off.
Wait, red set of dice? What?
Feed Lily.
Which other set of dice am I taking home from? Because I just stick them in my bag.
That ain't
I handed them to Bailey.
So I just need to stuff those in my bag, or you've got yours. Never mind.
You should watch Sekiro, Jake. It's super fun. That's what Jade is telling you. Dom's like, yay, boob dice.
Easy dice.
All right.
These are very pretty.
Why is it in
Let's see.
white?
Yes,
Bless you.
Thank you.
they are very, very pretty dice.
They look kind of like shampoo.
They're very floral.
Mm-hmm. Super fun.
Yeah, they do look a little bit like Dove soap.
Yeah.
See, if I watch Sekiro, I'll want to play Sekiro though, and I can't play Sekiro right now. Because I only
suck.
Have you played Sekiro?
No, I don't. I'm not no interest in that game.
Yeah.
Or
'cause
Dark
you suck.
Souls.
And you know why?
All right, so,
Because I play strategy games instead.
There's
2 hours.
strategy.
oh my God, yes.
Mass strategy games.
It's a mass full of strategy. You just sit and fight.
Mass. As in
He wants to play a
Big.
micromanaging game.
Yeah, he likes to manage armies and columns.
Real-time,
Squads.
real-time strategy is a genre, which is the stupidest name. The video game genres are
I'm gonna
stupid.
get you a Burger Tycoon for Christmas. How about that?
All right,
Venture capitalist.
so,
There we go.
adventure socialist.
Hello.
yes, hi.
How are you?
Well, we're gonna try to get back to playing D&D.
What?
Okay.
Are you playing D&D?
That what we're here for?
What if we just sit here and talk about video games for the next hour?
Yeah. But when did we start playing D&D?
Come on.
We could talk about Sneak King.
No.
Sneaking?
Oh man, I hope you were gonna.
We're talking
throw
about
it at me.
Sekiro.
Ritual
not seppuku.
Sudoku.
That's not.
Death by Japanese crime.
Seppuku.
I know, that's the joke. And the reaction was amazing.
The Flower King. That's basically how it turned out.
We
yeah.
didn't knock out Flynn.
I
Flynn
basically.
got himself knocked out.
Yeah, which turned out to be for the best.
We
Honestly.
just maintained his condition.
We stabilized him.
We maintained his condition of unconscious.
I mean, there wasn't a good way to make him not unconscious.
I could have used a med kit on him and he would have been conscious.
Which none of you would have wanted that.
No, we really wouldn't.
Okay.
Excited to meet the man.
So, you guys are outside of Oberon City. It's emerald crystal walls towering above you, and 2 guards standing at the end of the moat before the river. They stand in very... Their armor is made out of a very... not the same material, but looks almost like a green metal. And they're standing guard. Both of them have spears and a sword attached to their hip, and they're simply standing there.
Right, who's the sorcerer we're going to speak to again?
Cynthia.
Cynthia, right.
Why do we have to go see Cynthia?
So I don't have
Because
to
everyone
commit
else can use
genocide
magic.
Again.
Would I be able to use my?
No.
Oh,
You've got to wait for that
You
to wear
drank.
off.
maybe Cynthia
Okay.
has a.
So, we're at Oberon City.
You did good.
All right, bye. And he runs off.
Honestly, I don't
Timber.
trust him to
Bye,
take us
Timber.
anywhere on the city.
Right, okay, well, I guess we're going up to the guards, right? And we're probably going to need to be like, hey, what are you here for? Oh, we're here to.
Yes.
Sound about right?
Yeah, do you want to do that?
I start walking
Me?
up there.
No,
and unless someone
no.
stops
We're
me.
stopping you.
Nakai
You're not allowed in
scuffs
front of
you.
the group.
Scoop.
The second you try to walk
Scuffs
past
you.
the group, you are brought back.
And yanks you back and holds you there.
Hey there! I
Do we
say
need a
over to the
gag
guard.
for you?
I wave at the guards.
They don't wave back.
They seem friendly. Who wants to talk to them?
Do you want to hold them and I'll talk to them? Yeah, okay, I'll go.
I do-
up to the
I do this
guards.
Yes,
motion.
because I'm very good at talking to people right now.
I said you hold him and I go
Yeah.
talk. Yeah, so there we go. I'm
Hold
going
my
up to the
hand.
guards then, and I guess these
No.
people are like somewhere behind me a little bit, probably.
I
Yeah.
clap my hand on Nakana's shoulder. Buddy system. Okay.
And you're going up to the guards?
Yeah.
They don't speak to you.
Are the gates just open? Or are they closed?
Are you asking
No,
them?
like are the gates actually open or are they
yeah,
closed?
Yeah, the gate's open.
Oh,
the
okay,
drawbridge
then.
is down. They're standing guard there.
Okay.
doing their shit.
Just, yeah, walk on. I'm gonna keep an eye on fucking Flynn. I'm gonna walk through and presumably nothing happens. I walk through the gate, get jumped by a bunch of midgets. I don't know. I try to cast a magic. It's fireball. It's just as effective as I was gonna do anyway.
The one thing you do notice about these guards is they appear to be elven.
Ooh. Oh yeah, but we already saw one of them, didn't we?
Hmm?
We already saw one of them. Oh, now Tell did. Then Tell told us about him. Yeah, no, we know there's LT people here. That's fine. Oh, we also got told there are LT people here by someone else.
So, Fair is just heading in. I'm going to
Yes.
head into.
No, you're being held by Nakane.
Nakane,
You go in when Nakane goes in.
yep, Nakane,
You don't have a choice.
Nakane goes in.
I look. Okay, perfect. I was going to give her a puppy dog look.
Should we get a child leash for Flynn?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a harness. Give me
Mind you,
It needs to
Nakane
be-
is all but 5'2", so Flynn has to pretty much duck to be grabbed.
It needs to be
Well, I
like
mean-
weighted as well.
She's got him up like this.
He's not that much. You see, he's like what, 5'6", 5'9"?
Flynn's not hugely tall.
I think.
So he's not. He's only 6 inches taller.
Yeah, she's just.
Yeah, let's go 5'8". Yeah.
All right. You guys entering the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure is.
Walking into the city, a lot of the buildings are actually not too unfamiliar to you. It's mostly the very large buildings that are made out of the green crystal. The rest of the buildings do look like they're made out of fairly natural materials. And the area that you walk into is bustling with activity. There's pretty much the only people you see around are elves. There's a few, you see a few sprites kind of floating around. There's a few, you see a tree walking through the city.
Just casually, just strolling about.
Yeah. There's a few other oddball creatures that appear to be like various plants that are also moving about. You also see some of the red-capped creatures
Yeah.
rustling about. But out of the people that are your size and more, that
Elves.
appear more mortal, it's all elves.
We didn't really ask Timber what he was, did we?
A red cap.
Yes. But he's also trying to steal from us. Oh.
Do we really care?
No. Probably not.
That's
Where are the
beautiful.
dead flowers?
Back on the road.
Yeah. Okay, so
Alright, well,
are
You,
we,
you see changing of hands of what looks like currency, but it's not the same currency that you guys are used to.
so are we in like a market? Does it look like we're in a market district?
It does. It very much looks like you are in a market district.
No.
There's tons of activity, and you see several more of the guards kind of standing at like street corners, just
Okay.
looking about the crowd.
So, what the hell are we here for again?
We're looking for Cynthia.
in the spell district or the magic district, which is not this one. I'm probably assuming.
Did the flower guy say anything about her whereabouts?
Nope.
Magic district.
You see a sign that says Magic District? Don't hurt your head.
Like, it's a legitimate question. Do you even know where we're fucking going? It's not like we can ask anybody for directions either because we'll have to pay another price.
This is true. Apparently we have enough quests on our plate already.
There is such a thing as walking and looking. We've got fucking eyes. You need to stop with the attitude.
Can we read? Can I read like
I'll
this?
give you
Is there
fucking drugs
signs?
again.
It does look like there's signs. You can't read a single one of them.
You know what that says?
No.
Doesn't know.
I don't speak Sylvan, so I'm assuming it's a no.
Fuck.
It is in Sylvan, so
It looks like we need another guy. Why did we get rid of Timber? Ugh. Well, you caught the first two. Catch the other one. We need a guy.
I'm just gonna start walking and looking. Because I'm sure we can... Oh, this is a market district. We'll find something that looks more fucking magic-y.
Perfect.
so all just wandering around.
Yeah.
All right.
We walk until we find a place where everyone's just uncomfortable with my existence.
For the most part,
Or until we see something explode in magical fire. It's like, that's where they're doing experiments.
while you guys are walking through the city, everyone except Faerun is getting weird looks because you were all dressed very differently.
I'm
from
also
everyone
on a
else.
horse.
Oh, are they?
Oh yeah, is that
Which
the
most
fucking-
people are not used to here, actually.
Are they dressed similarly to him? Favorite?
They are more closely dressed to Faerun than anyone else, because it is all much more natural items. There is cloth and stuff,
Yeah.
but all the cloth that you are seeing is in bright, vibrant colors,
Yeah. Oh. But
incredibly
what
saturated
do
colors.
Eladrin look like? Like in terms of elves?
Hmm?
Like what do Eladrin look like in terms of elves? Like what are
Their
their
fe-
more common
their-
physical traits?
Their features are more exaggerated, so their ears are far bigger. Their skin is also there's kind of a sheen to it.
I'm just
um,
imagining them being like a palish blue kind of thing. for
They're
some reason.
not a blue, more like a yellowy pink.
Okay. So that just makes me think of a Vulcan. Because they're kind of green skin tinted.
I said yellow, but okay.
Similar.
Green and yellow are not similar colors.
Depends on the shade of
It's
green.
a greeny yellow mix. I just said green because I'm not thinking properly.
I said yellowy pink.
Well, when you add that to skin, it's pink, but yeah. You get what I mean?
No.
No, we don't. You were making no sense. Your
I
headache, is,
Whatever, I know.
your headache is getting to your head.
I agree with you, man, but I'm the
No,
colorblind.
really?
Yeah. So, I mean,
The colorblind kid's on your side.
Yeah, I don't know if that helps.
that's not a help. Fuck off.
You have my support.
No, I refuse your support.
Yeah.
I'm better off without it.
That's fair.
Yeah. So they are much taller than regular elves. Their ears are much longer, and
By regular elves, you mean high elves or wood elves?
yes, they're taller than all of you.
Uh-huh. What are they called again?
Eladrin.
Eladrin.
Okay, so compared to them, Farron's short as shit, small ears.
Same.
Yeah, and that's about the only
A
reason why you're
different
getting
color.
any looks is that you're short.
5'4".
No, they can make fun
Some
of it.
people might think you're more of like a teenager.
Wait, why am I still getting looks? I still have pointy ears, right?
I mean, yes, but they're not as exaggerated, and your clothing isn't matching.
That's fair.
It is more the clothing than the ears that is really drawing their attention.
Okay, that's acceptable.
The other thing with the Eladrin is that their hair color is vastly different. You don't get some of the natural browns and
Oh,
blondes. You get more vibrant colors to them.
so Farron's hair color is not out. Got it. In fact, none of our hair colors.
I'm bald.
He's the only one they're not questioning about his hair color.
They're questioning his age. When did I see wrinkly old guys?
Yeah, no. Everyone here looks like a solid 8 out of 10 or higher.
Sexy elves.
Didn't you roll an 8
Meanwhile,
for
you got
Farron
me,
as
the
well?
gremlin.
Yeah, so this dark brooding party walks into town, into the vibrant nature of Operon City, and you wonder why people are looking.
Yeah, anyway, okay, walking around till we see magic. Do we need to roll anything for that?
Yes. I will have you roll survival.
Oh man, I'm glad you're the one leading us.
Right.
Either you are the one leading them, or everyone can contribute, and it'll be a majority of passes will succeed. So
I'm comfortable with him leading us. He's supposed to be the expert on the Fae.
19.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he's got
Expert.
another like there.
Expert meaning I know slightly more than you.
Yes.
19.
19. All right. It'll take you probably a half an hour to navigate through the town, as you're not familiar with the layout, and you're really just going off of kind of instinct at this point.
There's a druid in a town as well.
I trust
Yeah.
him.
For most towns, this actually does have quite a bit of natural features to it. There are trees that aren't walking at fairly regular areas. Bushes with flowers are quite common to be seen right outside of a storefront. And you eventually make your way across town to where you start seeing more of the items being sold at like kind of the storefronts. They're beginning to be more magical in nature.
Kind of. No, just, I mean, I don't have anything direct for her.
Yeah, me either.
I don't know if you just want to. No, I mean,
Why don't
we've
we?
got someone who would definitely do it, but I don't think it's a great idea. Stand on a street corner and just scream her name. Yeah, no.
That sounds a little creepy.
Exactly.
I was thinking just go into one of these shops and
And ask
Yeah,
people.
I know. That's why I said I just had an amazingly stupid idea. But we've also got an amazingly stupid person who would do it.
I mean, I would. But
There
we
we
could just
go.
go up and ask somebody.
I'd rather not draw more attention to ourselves than we already have right now.
Yeah, no, I wasn't suggesting it was a good idea or that we should do it.
No,
just said
I
it
know
was
you
there.
said it was a
Tell
terrible
says, I feel very out of place here.
I mean,
Out of everyone, Tell is like dressed in blacks and grays.
That was a fucking golf.
right.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
We
Tall
already
golf
kind of
with
stick out like
horns,
a
though.
sore thumb.
yeah.
he,
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't have the I'm too short to be here.
Oh no, not at all. But the colors are definitely.
He's tall, dark, and horny.
Tell dark and horny.
Tell that.
Short and
Put
tall.
that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. So
Huh.
Tell's like, let's get out of view.
Tell dark and hornsome.
That
So,
felt like a bit of a stretch.
Are
Yeah.
you going to be the one doing the talking? I mean, they still might not understand. Oh, you've got a spell for that.
I do have a spell for that, but I'm not going to cast it right now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't-
A
you
valid
casted
point.
A spell
Huh?
on this. Never mind. You
I'm
guys
just gonna
figure it out
try
on
it.
your own.
I'd go for it.
You're gonna-
What's the worst that can happen?
You're just gonna
Kill
try
more
talking?
children?
Yeah. I guess I'm going to stand with you, given I apparently look more normal.
All right. So you're just going in the first storefront that you guys
Looks
can.
magical.
Okay. So you walk into a brightly lit room. There are magic crystals kind of scattered throughout it, keeping the room a very bright color. Colors, I should say. These light crystals are giving off pretty much the spectrum of the rainbow, and they're shifting the whole time into different colors. What you see is a lot of what appears to what you would attribute to spell components. But they are the components that none of you would have seen before. They're wild, weird plants and parts of these animals that looks like it might go on a cow, but it also looks something on a deer? I don't know!
Okay.
It's a lot of things that are just completely unrecognizable. And sitting behind the counter is a very tall Eladrin man. His hair a vibrant purple. And he looks excited and he starts speaking to you. And you don't understand a word he's
Do the
saying.
Electron all just look like they're set for a rave?
Kind of.
I don't.
He
God damn it.
Is he looking up his Eladrin to the material plane dictionary?
I actually need the player's guidebook for this. Because I don't know the answers. Okay. He pulls out a small material thing. And you see him cast a spell, and you think you recognize it. Hello, can you understand me?
Yes, I have a spell myself, but I can't cast my magic here.
You can't cast your magic here. That's odd. Why is that?
It has strange effects here compared to the material plane. I was looking for Cynthia.
Oh, that explains your odd outfits.
He cast tongues.
Yeah, he did.
He's speaking way too regular.
Yeah, he cast tongues, which is why I had to look that up. You were looking for Cynthia, you said. Yes, this is the wrong part of town. Well, you're close, though.
It's a druid in the town, guys.
Head
You did good.
I mean, he said we were close.
Yeah.
head about 4 blocks down on this street, and you will find... No, clearly you don't understand our tongue, so signs won't help you. You will need to find a building that has a large crystal ball on the front of it, kind of hanging above it. I'd tell you the name of the shop, but that's irrelevant. That should be where you find Cynthia.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Fuck all of you.
You could write the name down and we know what to look for.
Also, yeah.
I suppose that is fair. But the name is Truehorn.
Truehorn? Nice to meet you.
Indeed, and what were all of your names?
He's not a fae. I trust him implicitly. My name's Victolio.
Ah.
I also said it doesn't apparently matter, so...
All of you can understand him.
What are you looking for?
You all seem very shy.
Farron.
My name's Flynn.
Nice to meet all of you. And what about you two?
I told you the other bit, I said...
You can call me Chester. He holds out his hand.
He shakes it.
You can call
Is
me
that-
Kay.
Is that your nickname?
Not for you.
I thought his name was Grim.
You can hit him if you feel
I will
like
continue to call him Chester,
Okay,
as that is the title that he presented with me.
that is fair.
I respect...
I'm really starting to wonder how you would look with a short sword in your throat.
You would probably look quite dead.
That's the point.
We've all had a very long couple of weeks.
If you are from the material plane, I am not surprised.
Yeah.
May I ask how you got to Oberon City?
Well, we followed the road.
Painfully.
Which road? There are many roads that lead to Oberon City.
The one that we came in.
The main one.
There was a hole,
It's not a main one.
and then there was a road after we fell down the hole.
Whose domain did you go through? If
The
you...
Flower King.
Oh!
Yep.
Oh! I am sorry.
So are we.
Yes.
Then again, I suppose most of the paths leading to Oberon City are quite treacherous for
Yeah.
folks not
So-
of this plane.
Of him and the spider one, which would have been the better choice?
Oh, the Forest of the Spider Queen.
Yeah.
She's not part of the Spring Court, so it's hard for me to say. We
Oh.
don't have much. We don't converse much with them.
Okay, well then.
With either of them? The Flower King or the...
No.
Oh no, the Flower
with
King we
the
work with
spiders.
on the regular.
What do you have to say about the Flower King?
Oh, he is a fine individual.
Nothing bad, or he might kill him. Come on, Flynn.
I don't know.
Think about it. And then there's you thinking, so it's
It
going to
was
take a while, so just sit in the corner and think
Interesting
about it quietly.
to notice the
there's
flowers
smoke coming out of my
dancing.
ears.
Oh yes, they are quite beautiful, aren't they?
Yes. A little bit strange compared to home.
Oh really? What are your flowers like? I've never been to the material plane.
They don't.
I'm so intrigued.
Oh, and she goes through her pack.
They don't dance and they don't talk shit.
Oh,
I
that's
do not
quite interesting.
I have flowers.
They don't.
Yeah,
real
I don't
weapons,
have one
that's
of
for sure.
yours on me.
Your flowers don't talk.
Farron
That's-
just has flowers, like they're not
I mean,
talking.
not that we can understand through non-magical means.
Oh yeah, I can make the flowers talk.
He has the magical means to do that. Some of
Oh,
us
but
do
you
not.
have to make them talk.
Yeah.
And it's only when he's very lonely.
Why don't
No,
you
it's not. I can just shake them to open it.
Truehorn one of the flowers?
I want your centipedes.
I've already got flowers on him. Like, yeah, he can see the flowers.
Oh. Oh, I thought those were your companions.
No,
Oh.
centipedes are though.
Oh, quite interesting.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
one of them just like waves like half of its legs on one side.
One of your flowers. Would you mind if I inspected it closer?
Sure, go for it.
Kind of reaches and grabs one of the flowers. Oh, it doesn't move. Also, you picked it, so I suppose that does make sense.
I mean, picked it or grew it. Yeah.
Huh. Do you mind if I keep this? I find this incredibly fascinating.
Go for it.
Oh,
I-
thank you.
I mean, I could give you stuff to grow your own if you wanted. I've just got a lot of seeds.
Oh, that's quite all right. I suppose some of the other mages may think I'm strange for keeping non-talking flowers, but I
They're
find this
unique and from
very-
another plane, which is something they don't have. So
Yes, but they're also not much use if they don't talk.
they smell nice.
Pretty cool.
It's
They
unique.
smell. I mean,
Oh no,
Why
those are
would-
they're rare.
everything smells nice.
Well, thank you for your help.
Oh
No, he doesn't
no, of
smell
course.
nice.
He makes a good point.
You are quite.
Don't ask.
Oh, he smells better than he did.
He does smell better than
Ooh.
he did.
It's been, like I said, a long couple of weeks traveling.
Anyway,
Let's go, everybody.
Everything smells nice. Oh, buddy.
Thank you, Truehorn.
of course, I
Go.
hope you find Cynthia as well.
No problem, thank you.
About killed this guy, didn't we?
At least I still have that for them.
Everything smells nice.
That's the
Oh,
first
buddy, do I have a story to tell?
His face just turns green and he collapses.
Story to tell.
Oh.
All right.
He just,
No.
Live your life. Tell your story.
he just smelled fantasy raw sewage.
I
Well,
appreciate it.
I guess following those directions to the place to do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me a
Prop.
give me perception checks.
Well, since he led us to the wrong place, I'm going to.
Ooh, 29.
Oh, I'll roll for tell.
12.
Tell rolled a 22.
19?
29. Yay!
29. I know it's just.
Okay. Yeah, you guys spot the large magic ball that's kind of. It is actually suspended in midair.
What color is it?
It seems to be shifting a little bit. There's inside of it. It appears as though there's like this powder, and it's just kind of swirling. And as like you see it kind of like shift over itself, the colors will change when it leaves kind of like your perspective, and it just kind of shifts the whole time. And of course, there's a sign above it, written in Sylvan, that none of you can understand.
Would this be it then?
Cynthia's house.
I mean,
If you say so.
hopefully.
I go over the door and open it
Nope.
and wave people
Nope.
in.
Thank you.
I don't trust Flynn at all.
I'm
I'm
going
not
to
gonna light the
trust
door on
him.
fire.
I mean, this
You-
kind of
It
looks like a
sounds
shop.
like something you would do.
I mean, this looks like a shop front.
Maybe
Like-
later.
You open the door and you hear a bell ring
Like
when you do so.
storefront, not shop front.
Like
Storefront.
bow. to let
Going
my comrade
inside.
know. And I'll bring up the rear.
All right.
Oh my god, he's going to try to steal something.
Is there a place for me to tie up my horse outside?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, actually, because while they're not used to seeing horses, they do have other things that they ride.
Birds. Giant birds.
Birds, deer of
I was
weird
thinking,
shapes.
but yes, cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if
you've
I
seen
trust leaving my horse out there.
you've
Why
seen
not?
you've seen a few large.
Oh, I did write my name on the horse.
Yeah, you did.
That helps you against Fae.
Yeah, that does help against Faye, not.
Is it really just grim on the side of your horse?
I wrote it in charcoal so I can wash off if I needed to later.
Do you-
Okay, but watch one of them go up and be like, Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Grim. Like whips around like who?
What is your horse's name anyhow?
Fuck if I know.
Grim.
Fuck if I know.
It's Grim now. He labeled it Grim.
No, it's
Grim
Horsey
Jr.
because that's what one of Grim's kids has decided. It's Horsey, and Grim keeps trying to correct the child, and the child just starts screaming and crying.
No,
because it's-
Horsey.
No, it's Pony.
Yeah, oh,
Horsey
Pony.
make horse face.
Pony the horse.
Pony the horse. And Grim just got tired of trying to correct the
I
child.
don't know. Rona's ever only met one horse, and it was a Pegasus named Betsy.
What was that?
Oh my god!
All right.
Don't even remind me of that.
All right, so-
Oh.
You guys enter the shop, and compared to everywhere else, this is actually relatively dimly lit. But there's curtains that hang along the walls with intricate designs on them. There's baubles that kind of dangle from the ceiling that kind of make noise as Tell's horns smack into them going through.
Nakane just looks at him and goes, "For once, I'm glad I'm not tall."
It is a little cramped in here. And you smell very heavily incense.
It overrides the scent of
Is
flame.
it okay? But what kind of incense? It's not
Barely.
patchouli, is it?
No.
Oh god, thank God.
Frankincense.
Is it overriding the essence of
Barely.
Flynn?
I mean, how close are you to Flynn?
As far away as I can possibly be.
I want to snuggle up with him then.
I mean, you don't smell Flynn until you like actually
Get
like
close
get
to him.
closer.
Yeah.
But even the scent of the incense seems to kind of shift. It's actually got a bit of there's some magic that's been infused in it, and it's giving you several dynamics of it. Like when you shift your head down, like you smell fresh flowers, but then like as you kind of lean your head up, you kind of smell like the breeze.
The snozzberries smell like snozzberries.
So
You hear someone from a back room kind of like shout in a language you don't understand.
hello. Habasha.
You just you
Simlish.
there's a pause. Is that the common tongue?
And
And you see this Eladrin woman walk out. She's got one of those wrapped I can't remember, like a bandana, and her hair is probably 3 different colors.
I trust her.
She's got greens, she's got a deep blue, and then like a vibrant pink. And they're kind of tied into braids where the different colors are individual like strands. And they're tied behind her dresses. She's wearing like this loose-fitting dress, but it's a thicker material. And she's got all sorts of necklaces all around her neck and several bracelets.
I can speak Elvish if that's easier.
Oh no, that's it. It has just been ages since I've spoken in the common tongue. You're obviously not from around here.
No.
And
Yes.
Grim looks over. What makes you say that?
Well, your clothing for one. The fact that you are a human. There are 2 tieflings standing in my shop.
I know.
You're also a human.
Hi.
I believe you are an elf or a half-elf.
I
They
was.
were.
It is hard to tell.
She was
I
a
used to
half-elf.
be.
You used to be. Oh,
Ooh.
that is quite curious.
And I'm
No,
just
it's not.
short, right?
The Flower
Yeah,
King
Showing
said
your
that
shoulder.
you would be the one to speak to so that we don't have any more accidents like we had on the road when we tried to use magic.
Oh, that explains why you're here.
Accident, genocide.
You
Right.
killed a bunch of children. Yeah.
Say that out loud.
What?
Oh my god.
You know what? I'm going to pretend I didn't hear anything.
Thank you.
This is why
However,
we don't tell them things.
it does concern me that the Flower King is the one who sent you to me. Which means either you were looking for him, or something went wrong.
Well, we were looking for him and something went wrong.
Flynn does like slink off to the corner at the Nakane's gaze. He's just like, "What's over here?"
Oh, I am dreadfully sorry.
Yes, we were trying to get a letter of recommendation to see
Invitation.
an invitation
In-
to see the Spring Princess.
Why do you want to see the Spring Princess?
Problems.
There are some issues in the material plane. All of the children in a city were taken here.
Ah,
Like a massive amount of children.
It's unusual for a whole city to have every last child taken.
By the spring night.
well, it does and it doesn't. It is. This may sound very harsh, but you must understand that we are from completely different cultures. And from our perspective, that is not a terrible thing. However, there is some understanding from those of us who have had experience with those on the material plane that I am dreadfully sorry.
So we were trying to speak to her to see if there was anything to be done, and there was an incident on the road when I tried to cast a minor spell.
Well, all of you are here,
Mm-hmm.
which means you probably had to give something up.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you lose?
Nobody.
We lost our guide.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes,
We did have.
but he left the road, so he may be okay.
Well, we don't know if he left the road or if he just vanished. He's gone. We don't know where he is.
What was his name?
Leg leg.
Oh,
But that's what he told me it was. So.
That's a good lie.
Well, he
He's like
can't
a little
lie.
sprite.
Yeah.
Well, he can't lie.
I can't lie.
well, that's unfortunate that you lost your guide. But it sounds like it wasn't because of the Flower King. Which, if you didn't lose anybody else, can only mean that he's having you do something.
Yeah, you
Yes.
don't want to know.
I don't even know.
Yeah, no, he doesn't know.
Well, many of us who keep their ear to the ground might be able to guess what he's up to.
I know what you mean.
We will neither confirm nor divide.
Divide.
Neither
I'm divide.
confirm nor deny any allegations.
You
That's,
sound like you've done this before.
that is a very safe approach, and I recommend you keep it that way.
Which also means we don't tell him anything, because you just heard, but he does.
Needless to say, I wouldn't care to injure anybody that wasn't a foe.
I will give you a fair bit of warning. You will come into some competition.
Yeah.
We figured as much.
That's only fair.
Magic.
Kind of
Magic.
magic.
And
Kind of magic.
Yeah. Not really.
he's
right
a
now.
monk.
I have a lot of mage bane in my system.
I don't think
though,
any
so
of
I
your
can't-
abilities would.
Mage Bane.
Yeah.
It's a metal that suppresses
Every
magic.
That's what it is. Sorry, it has been so long since I've encountered any.
And every single child that was taken
Does
that we
Flynn
spoke
have a
of was
zipper
taken
on his
from the
pants?
town that you get mage bane from.
Likely all of the
Mm.
children themselves are infested with mage bane.
Yeah, that is actually a good point. They would be.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well, if it was power that came from the Spring Night, Mage Bane would do little against it. That is, especially if a whole town was taken. that
Just
is
the
some-
children.
Most Fae do not have much use for adults, except to bind them into their service, which is how you get cases like the Spring Night.
Or this, here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just hope you can return to your original plane once your task is done.
Possibly.
Some folks who end up here on accident are not so wise.
Yeah, I'd like to get back to my significant other and family again.
Is it 20 children now?
It's better than being turned into into a block of ice.
It's better when you turn into a snake too.
I can turn into a snake.
Listen,
Well,
I don't want to hear it from the Sneeple over
So,
there.
other than political business, I suppose you all want to learn how to use your magic properly.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that doesn't need help with that.
That is
Does he even use
understandable.
magic?
Huh?
I don't know how monks work.
How do I like prop?
Would
You
you
think
think a
you
key
show me how to
ability
use
block
my
magic?
body powers?
That sounds so
If
dodgy.
you have Mage Bane in your system, there is very little I can do to help
So
you.
I'm fucked.
Yes.
Until you can get it out of your system.
Something I can drink maybe.
No.
Clear my system.
There's plenty of water, but you're going to have to drink a lot of it.
Would you want a sample
It's
anyway?
time to go on a cleanse.
I gotta
Colon cleanse!
detox
God.
myself.
We've got a
just
decanter
drink
around this water,
juice
we
for
can do
3
it.
days.
Nothing but cranberry.
Just take a shit ton of laxatives and put the decanter of endless water in front of you. You'll clear out pretty quick.
That or
I
have a pound of cashews.
Yes.
We don't talk about that.
Yes.
I would recommend keeping the Mage Bane a secret. Any of those who might find out.
Do you have anything that could make him forget that he has Mage Bane?
Wouldn't it be even worse if I picked somebody if I don't?
I
remember?
do. I do have something that could make him forget Mage Bane.
Do you have anything
But
that
the
can make
problem-
him forget us?
But the problem with that is that he has
Fuck
Mage
you.
Bane in his system
I
and
didn't
it
say
wouldn't
that
work.
I didn't say
As
that
you can
character.
see, his
We've got something
brain
else
is
to
linked
make
very
again,
closely
put a
with his
hammer.
mouth.
I can
We'll just leave you here.
No idea who the hell I am.
I,
Who am I?
What am I?
Alright,
do you
Jason.
know where my family lives?
Alright, Jason.
Are you my daughter?
Here's 100-year-old Jason Bourne.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ.
Jason Bourne.
What was the one from Scrubs? Or not?
Johnny
Scrubs?
the tackling Alzheimer patients or something like that.
Who am I? What?
Alright.
Who am I?
Somebody photoshopped a picture of Gran Torino in it.
Of course.
I showed you that, Jake.
Yeah.
He's forgotten.
Fair. I'll see if I can find it again.
I don't. Yeah. All right. Well.
She. I know. I'm currently yelling at her.
See, you can
There's
just stay in the
suggesting to
Feywild.
sell
You can
his
get a new
children
wife
for,
and a new
uh,
kid.
Make more.
You get a job for that. Just sell your children for a safe trip home.
You have
You
like
can make more.
30 of them, whatever.
You can get a new wife.
You can get a
Jesus
new wife.
Right.
I mean, they might take her as well. She looks like a child.
Anyway.
She's been saying this stuff all night.
Yeah.
I'm just doing
Jade's in her zone today.
Yeah. Let's
All
use
right.
more magic. Wild magic is fun.
All
For
right.
you?
Yeah.
So, as for your magic, for those of you that wield magic in some capacity, how soon do you need it?
The sooner the better, but here that could be dangerous.
We'd rather not endanger anybody or anything else in this world,
We don't exactly have a time limit.
considering that we do not belong to this plane of existence.
Well, if
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say we could just leave Elifral. We never made a time limit agreement with the Flower King.
Yeah.
This is true.
so, you do not have a time limit, but you are indebted to the Flower King.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree that sooner is better, as
Before he withers.
I don't think he's going anywhere.
the Flower King is going nowhere fast.
Yeah.
He has been there for
A long time. Yeah, you told us.
generations.
He seems rather attached to the area.
Ground.
How do you mean?
He's literally rooted into the ground.
Oh, no,
I
he's
was-
not.
Oh.
Well, that's terrifying.
So he does get up and just walk around like a Bellsprout.
He looked.
Oh, I suppose I should reiterate. Yes. So there is a important rule all of you should know about Elithral. don't believe what you see.
I already said that bit.
Is he actually a flower?
Yes and no. That is just an illusion he uses for you to see.
That's so extra.
That's what you.
What?
Where he actually is, there is some debate about that, but that is something we can discuss for another time.
He's like actually the weird mushroom guy behind.
So
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
magic. Depending on how long you want to train with me, will determine how much easier I can make your magic work on this plane.
Are we having a training montage?
Yay.
That's called a montage.
Let's get down to business.
I will warn you though, it will be a bit jarring when you return to your plane.
How do you mean?
As you have clearly noticed, the magic in Elithra is... How do I put it?
Different.
Yes.
Volatile?
Volatile is not quite the correct touch. It flows differently. It is as if you were like a blacksmith and you were used to dealing with iron all day, and suddenly someone gave you wood to work with, but you had the same tools. It is similar to that. You would not get the same result.
Just picturing somebody fucking hammering wood out of an apple.
What's going on?
You have to be. You have to mentally be re-equipped to deal with the flow of magic here.
So how long is this gonna take to like get them up to par?
To get them up to par, a week would be best.
Oh, I'm gonna go work.
How
Yeah,
can
you
you
think
work?
I'm?
You're
Huh?
going to go wander off in Elithral.
What are they gonna do? Cast a spell on me?
Are you infected with Mage Bane as
Don't
well?
worry about it.
Yes.
That is something I do worry about.
Yes.
No one can understand you though.
No one can understand a damn thing you say. Nothing.
This is gonna be fun.
That hasn't been a problem so far.
What do you have? Have you actually been able to communicate with people here?
Oh yeah, they cast a spell and then they're like,
A
hey.
lot of people seem. I know by a lot I mean you and the other person we've spoken to. So we're two
That-
for two.
That is a rarity. Well, in the Magic District, not nearly as much, but the fact that you, well, if you spoke to anybody before you had made it here, none of them will understand.
I don't know, you do bodyguarding a lot. All you need to do is grunt and gesture for that, right? So you
Pretty
can get the point
much.
across. Just-
That may be a difficult job for you to get.
I mean, the whole missing hand thing's kind of intimidating.
It's
He's small.
the height.
I got a horse. Makes me look taller.
Some of the other guards may not like that. I do not make the rules around here. I am sorry, but if you are dealing with incredibly large egos in this city.
I've had enough of those to last a lifetime and then some.
I go by Grim. Hey, why don't we start a circus?
You're a one-man circus.
So you're saying there's a chance? We gotta do something for this week.
It does not have to take the entire week. We can spend less time and I can get you adept at it to where unfortunate events will not happen every time. But which really comes down to how soon you want to complete the Flower King's job and spend time in Elithral.
So I'm gonna level with you. I killed about 1,000 flowers.
Oh,
I'd like never to have that happen again.
As you know, an accidental thing.
I can unfortunately never guarantee that. But I can make it so it is very unlikely.
We can spend a week
That is an entire week of time, which might cause you problems back home.
Yeah, we're already well aware of the time different. We'll go show up and it'll be a year later, something like that.
Cannot tell you what spending a week here may mean.
Didn't you used to? Weren't you in the? Haven't you been to the material plane?
I have. Once.
How was the time skip when you went from to material plane back to your house place?
You might be a bit confused as to how time works here.
I'm confused about a lot of things.
It's fucked up between here
There
and
is-
material plane, not material plane. to
There
there.
is no true sense of time here.
Oh.
The most that happens is the seasons change.
Were there any season changes here while you were there? Or vice versa?
There was a change of the seasons when I went to the material plane. I stayed there for quite some time. It's how, one, I know your tongue, and, well, I'd rather not get into that.
But I'm curious.
Tough shit.
How many seasons did you stay in the material plane?
One.
And then was it the same season here when you returned?
It was not the same season here. However, I could not tell you how much time had passed. As I said, there is no true good measure of time here. You could take one path and spend far more time on this plane and see the seasons change multiple times than to take a path of the same distance and time will flow differently.
Oh, that explains the trip over
Nagane,
here.
I'm going to leave this decision to you then.
That explains the trip over here then, and why it feels like it took forever.
That seems like a fairly one-way choice from her. I literally the entire time with me going here, she's been saying, let's leave.
Up to you. Unless you have anything to say about it.
I can hopefully, if you give me a day, I can guarantee the simplest of spells are negligible. You give me another day, each day I can improve upon which spells you are able to handle. In game mechanic speak, what I'm doing is I'm lowering the difficulty whenever I make you roll. So that's why I said there's no guarantee.
How dare you? Because with the time thing, what I'm more worried about is, like, Nakane's grandma.
Yeah.
Isn't she in a block of ice right now?
No, she's
Oh, that's right. She went
in the
somewhere
Gold City, unconscious.
And, like, I'm worried about Bethel, but she's also been old for, like, ever.
She's on hospice care already, and like
She's been on hospice care for the last 40 years.
they're just waiting for her to
Elton's
die.
there with her. What's
She's,
the worst that
she's
can happen?
staying alive to spite everybody who wants her to die.
But at the same time, I also would hate to come back to the material plane and go, oh, it's an icy apocalypse here. Shall we go back to the Feywilds then?
No. I'd rather die in the icy apocalypse.
So I apologize that this decision may be difficult and may cause unnecessary trouble for you back home.
Unforeseen results.
I will hopefully ease your mind just a little bit while you are here. This is not truly the domain of one person. So an incident like you had on the road is not likely to happen. If you are in, say, someone's shop and you destroy something, perhaps then you will be held accountable if that shop is owned by a Fae. If it is owned by an Eladrin, it is not quite the same binding nature.
Pay them and move on.
Realistically, you could get away with doing it to a Fae as well. However, you may not see the end of their anger. it is actually very fortunate that you made an agreement with the Flower King. That is not a fate that you would like to leave dissatisfied. That is a life of torture for you and the rest of your kin.
2-3 days?
You said life of torture for the rest of your kin.
Imagine every day of your life having a fae mess something up in your life. Every single day.
No, she was thinking something else.
I'm thinking, like, where did I put my fucking keys?
What she was thinking of.
It already happens. 13 kids is like one fae by itself.
19 for the fourth time.
I should say that is a minor case.
17.
Yes, popped in
I
last
really
week was a
enjoyed the-
19.
Huh?
I just had
Yes,
my pen
popped in last
tablet.
week,
It
it's
was
a
in my
19.
hand.
For the rest of your life.
Also, curses of bad luck.
My luck's already quite bad.
Yes, but do you want to impose that on everyone you know? Everyone that's part of your family?
Well, I've got one of those left, and I haven't seen her in over 50 years.
One's comatose, one's
I
alive.
keep
The
forgetting
other one
how
I'd rather
old you
forget
are.
about. The rest are dead.
Thanks.
2
Not as
alive.
old as him.
You're gonna outlive me
He's
anyway.
about 10
Like,
times
asshole.
my
I'm like, I'm 35. For a human, that's fairly middle age. And then you're like, oh, 50 years ago. And I'm like, thanks.
Hey, well,
I already have gray hairs, asshole.
300 years
You
ago.
guys over there
How are you
are
insulted by
positive
this?
that we do not have a time limit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we
There wasn't one
There
of
was
the
no time
agreement.
limit. If there's no time limit mentioned, there's nothing there.
and they're all about sticking to the letter of the
Uh-huh.
word.
Just like
And if
how we didn't say, give us the details on how to do this job, so then he wouldn't tell us anything
Yeah.
about
Also,
how to do the job.
the more time we spend with, not having our own magic fuck us, the less likely we are to spend even more time here if eventually something goes wrong.
So it's a balancing act.
Yeah.
I mean,
We are already in way over our heads, and we've been here for approximately our time 20 minutes,
No,
no.
give or take.
we've been here for like 5 days.
Something of that nature. We have been here for less than a week,
Have we been?
and we have already fucked with the Flower King's forest, can't understand their language, made not one but 2 deals with the Flower King.
Do you
Fair.
have any
Took
magic
the wrong
language
path
or
that
magic items?
within the Spring Court.
I mean, yes,
Murdered
but
1,000
you
children.
need
I'd be willing to
souls.
trade you.
You're kind of repeating some of
fair-
the same issues here.
I knew you for less than a week, and your house burned down.
Yeah. Fair.
Also, to be fair,
you
we
two
don't
are
know how
friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know many people who bond over their house burning, but
It
Well,
was
somebody
another-
tried to murder me in her house first.
Yeah. Slumber party gone wrong.
you're an odd group of people.
You know,
Indeed.
I'm surprised you hung out with her like that. First you get almost stabbed and then the house burns down around you. Why would you stay?
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, but
I
like
mean, if-
you're the host.
I mean,
To be fair, though, it seems I'm the one with the bad luck, and she's the one that's still here.
I don't have a
Anyways.
choice.
Would you be willing to make a trade?
It very well depends.
I have a helm of telepathy. Do you perhaps have a helm of comprehend language?
Or anything similar.
Jake, just so you know, they are the same grade.
What do you mean?
They're both uncommon.
I don't have that, as that's not technically my expertise, but I do know someone who is. And they would be able to make such a trade. Like
That would help someone here. I can't attune anything right now.
What's an attunement thing?
I believe the helm of comprehend language is a.
I can't attune to anything.
I can, but if it's metal, I don't want to. If it's a wooden helmet, I'm fine with that.
Well, if it's here in Elithral, likely it is a.
Oh yeah, good point.
If it is a metal, it is not like any that you have on your plane.
That makes sense.
We need to find, in my opinion, we need to find a guide and get the fuck out and better prepare for being here.
Or someone that can act like a guide.
How would you suggest we prepare for being here?
Or not return at all. I know that you took this deal with Cirrus. This is not worth it.
So,
That is a god.
I
I
understand
lied.
we investigated. There is nothing we
The
can
helm
do
of
with
comprehend
immortal
language is
beings.
not an attuned item.
Unless we run into Aberline himself or get the item that he was after from the mayor in Rivertan, there is nothing we can do right now. Logically,
So-
there is nothing.
would you like my suggestion? Take very basic training from me. Risk wild magic occurring. Do your job. Because, to a degree, I don't see how anything catastrophic could make it worse.
Don't say that,
To a degree.
please.
They already said
Let
to a
me
degree.
let me rephrase that. It cannot make things worse for all of you in your current situation. It is possible you will anger people, but it is also incredibly likely that just by what you are doing, you are going to anger people. My suggestion: finish the job as quickly as possible and leave town. That would be the intelligent move. There are also others in town that may be attempting to do exactly what you're doing. So, if you wait, you run the risk of also running into them, which may cause more problems.
Love problems.
Wait. If
So,
it,
basic training for the two of you, or the three of you, four of you. Jesus Christ, what, 2-3 days?
2 or 3 days should be sufficient for me to get some of your basic magic underway. And again, I will warn you, when you head back to the material plane, things will be odd for a few days.
For
Because
that.
we don't have
Yes.
a time limit.
how can we
But
even
we
tell if
also
it's 2
don't
to 3
have a
days?
time limit before he would say that we were too late and take vengeance on us.
I mean, he technically can't do that.
Wasn't in our
contract.
contract. As you said, he never gave us a time limit. He can say all he wants and give the whole I'm at.
He did.
Uh,
This is the
Oh.
lady speaking.
Oh,
This
okay.
isn't
Okay.
me, the DM.
okay.
That is
Also, don't cut off the DM. Bad move.
yes, that is true. He didn't give you a time limit, but he also didn't give you a time limit. That doesn't mean he cannot be angry for you taking even longer.
And cutting town for the rest of your natural life means I'm still on the hook for it.
The fact that an agreed time was not given gives him freedom to be as angry as he wants for as long as it takes. Even if that
Then
means
don't leave it up to me. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was referring to the amount of time we should spend on the spell training.
Alright, I wanna go home.
Got her.
all right. It is actually 1:14.
Mm-hmm.
I think it actually might be a good time for us to call it here.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
we will see all of you next week. When we return to this, have a great week.
So,